Hello, everyone.
Howdy.
It's William and Andrew.
What?
He's back for like 2 minutes.
He's back.
For like 2 minutes, he'll be back.
That sounds ominous.
I know, right? So how are y'all doing? How's everyone? What's going on?
Good.
What day is today? What time is today?
Thursday.
Thursday.
7:34.
Oh my goodness. How is it Thursday already? I got to go to the store tomorrow again. What craziness is this?
Your life.
Oh, I know. So, hello, Suzanne. Hello, Marianne. Hello, Norma. Hello, Accent Illusions over on Instagram.
We have Instagram going today. What?
What? We do. We have Instagram going. My computer is up for now and running over here. Thank you all for joining us out there. It's been a beautiful day here in Ligonier.
Yes, it has.
It has been in the 70s with a breeze. Andrew and I went for a nature walk today.
I got inspired.
He got inspired by his trip to New Jersey.
Correct.
Where he was in nature every day.
Correct.
And so we got up and went on a nature walk a little bit after breakfast and getting some things done around the house.
But just a quick one.
Yeah, we went up to Adams Falls in Lynn Run Park. And
found dinner.
We did find dinner. We found some chicken mushrooms in the woods.
Chicken
polypores. So we cut some of those. We left some there so they could keep going, but we cut some for our dinner tonight. And chicken mushrooms. It's gonna be pretty good. We haven't had those in a long time.
I'm debating how we should fix them. So chicken salad sandwiches.
That sounds good. I've been hungry. I keep seeing chicken salad in the grocery stores and in restaurants. And I've been craving it.
How about this?
Or
we can't have pulled pork. So what about like a barbecue chicken kind of sandwich?
We all think. Either one of those sound good to me.
Or a stir fry. You've been having a lot of stir fry.
I've been having stir fry. I don't think stir fry. I think it has to be something that we don't normally get to eat.
Okay.
Now, if you don't know, chicken mushroom, it's a big orange mushroom that grows on. It's deciduous, right?
Mm-hmm.
Old deciduous trees, or not old. Just grows on those. This tree happened to have fallen already. And there's this big, bright orange mushroom. And they grow like turkey tail, but they're like thick and they're like big. Like this one we found was like really like this big. But we cut a few little shelves off.
Mm-hmm. The fresh ones.
The fresh ones. And Andrew has them soaking and getting ready downstairs now.
That's called to debug.
Debug them because they're in the woods. Bugs like them too.
So luckily there weren't any bugs crazy on them.
No, there were some gnats. You just blow them away and some little roly-polies here and there on them.
Mm-hmm.
But they call it chicken because it has the texture of chicken. So when you cook it and when you pull it apart, it pulls apart like chicken would, like the muscle sinew does. So it's really a cool texture, and it stands up to heat and cooking pretty well. So
I can't remember what we made the last time because it's been so long.
I know.
Usually we don't find them, or if we do find them, they've already been harvested.
Well past their date.
Yeah, like holy, and not in like a spiritual sense.
Right. Jane Greer joined us on Instagram. Thank you.
And I'm not interested in the extra protein.
No, thank you.
Some people are.
They do that.
We knew a couple who did. They raised crickets for food.
Yeah, they had a cricket farm.
And they would make them into cookies.
Dehydrate them, bag them, cut them up, shred them, make them into a powder, like a flour.
Made cookies out of them.
Yeah, I don't want cricket cookies.
We were by that time well and truly vegetarian, so that did not
Yeah.
become part.
No, that goes against my even though they're bugs, that still goes against my reasons for being vegetarian.
I don't think. I mean, I would have to get over it, but if we weren't vegetarians, I wouldn't mind. I tried them in Hawaii
Did you?
a long time ago.
I don't have anything against it. I'm not going to eat a living thing. That's the reason I'm not.
Yeah.
That's the reason I'm a vegetarian. It's not for any other reason really, other than that. So
They sold that. They sold them. I mean, this is a while ago at the ABC stores, which are like convenience stores. They're not like the liquor stores here. And I don't really remember a lot because we had been enjoying that time, and so
you've been enjoying that time.
correct
with the other ABC
beverages.
stores.
Correct. And so I think it was like my birthday weekend or something. And so a bunch of us went out after the show and we had been enjoying ourselves. And then we're like, I dare you to eat that. And then we all did it. So
One of those things.
Crunchy. That's all I remember.
That's what they say, they're crunchy.
But they put like spices on it. So I think it was it was like one of them like those corn nuts or whatever they call them. Have you ever had those? They sell them for like truck driver kind of
No.
corn nuts. I don't know what exactly that entails.
I don't know.
Maybe the internet friends know.
Friends know. Suzanne asked, William, are you getting your ears pierced too?
No, I don't know if you are or not, but I know I'm probably going to do it. I was going to do it today, but we ran out of time.
Yeah, we did not have time today. Andrew had a meeting.
Yeah, we were supposed to be at an event tonight.
Yes.
But I canceled it.
Because we're doing this.
Yeah, and also I have a lot to do before I leave.
Again.
And I'm not 100% sure when I'm leaving.
He hasn't figured that out.
I know. I get so confused. I wish they would have like a thing. Come here now. Like they say that, like you get the schedule when you get there. I was like, just send that ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So you know when your class starts?
I think they have it written, but I get so confused because apparently I'm not smart or something. But the last time I went, I arrived a whole day early.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, I was like, hello?
Luckily, the room was made up.
Correct.
Allison Rosen is on Instagram with us. Hello.
Oh, I miss Allison.
Let's see here. Anyway, Suzanne, I doubt I'm getting my ears pierced.
I talked about you, Allison. Did you have your ears ringing while we were at Peters Valley? My teacher, Adam, was one of Allison's teachers. And so I bragged on you, Allison.
You're still watching.
And I think y'all took a class. I think Adam mentioned y'all were in a class at Penland together. Orally. I could be making this up.
You're making things up.
Could be.
Susie is here, our neighbor.
You never know. Hey, Susie, what was all that dog sounds across the street? Did y'all hear that? It sounded terrible.
I don't know what was going on.
But across the street,
Marianne says, hey, Andrew and William, it isn't quite bedtime. No.
Who is it?
Marianne.
No.
It is not quite bedtime. We are not late. Why would I don't know. We're on time today. We're on time today. I did take a nap today. I don't know why I've been so tired.
I don't know why either.
I've been so tired. I think it's because I've been doing all the stuff since Andrew's been gone and just keeping up with everything. And then he got home and I was like, like, maybe I can relax for 2 minutes.
No.
He's like, no.
No.
I'm like, maybe I can share the load for like a day.
No.
He's like, no.
No, sorry. You're going to have extra work because you got to do laundry and everything.
I already did my laundry.
Well, mine. You got to do mine.
Suzanne says, we had enormous floods, but my house is fine. That's good. I mean, not good, but good.
It's good that your house is fine.
Yes, not good yet, enormous floods. But we'll be thankful they missed you. Hello, Susan. Thanks for joining us. Susan Surreal out there. Marion says it's 95 here. It's only 75 here. 20 degrees less. I love it. It was a good day. It was a very good day.
Yeah.
Danette is here. Says, did you go to Flat Rock?
No.
No, we went to Adams Falls.
We didn't go. Maybe tomorrow. For me. For me.
For you.
I'll go to Flat Rock tomorrow.
I go to the store tomorrow, but I'm going to get to see my mom. My mom's coming up to the store. And she's going to come up and spend, she has to get some blood work, so she's going to be up there anyway. And she said she's going to come over and spend part of the day with me.
That's nice.
So that'll be nice.
I would go, but I have too much stuff to do before I leave again.
He's supposed to be at the store with me every time I go.
Yeah, except if I do that, then that means that I'm going to have stinky clothes. And I don't think my fellow student classmates...
You're just gonna be the stinky one in class.
No. I don't want that.
You don't want that.
No, it was real hot at Peters Valley.
You're going even further south now.
Correct. And so I don't need, and also because it's a costume class, we have to wear long pants. And I don't have a lot of long pants that fit.
So, are we gonna have to go on a shopping trip?
Maybe, but we might have to go like the thrift store in case like molten metal
falls on your pants.
Correct. I mean, I'll have an apron and all that stuff.
Hello, Danette says, what do chicken mushrooms taste like? They taste like a mushroom. I mean, they take on the flavor of whatever you flavor them with. Butter, in our case, a lot of times. But when you smell them and when you kind of taste them, it smells and tastes like a mushroom, like a white button mushroom or a portobello. But they take on, you know how mushrooms take on they soak in those flavors like butter or stock or whatever you put with them. And they usually soak it in like even better than like a tofu or something. They just sponge it up.
Yeah.
Suzanne says, yum, barbecue is her vote. Harry is here. Hello, Harry.
If you didn't see, watch the replay of yesterday because there weren't many people who watched because I got in later than I thought. So William had to do it, and he did it early.
He did it early before my class.
And nobody watched.
A lot of you watching here watched, but there weren't many claims yesterday. I will say that. So there's a lot of stuff left from yesterday. There's a few things left from Harry's other days. There are 3 total days that we did Harry's work. And there are some things left from each one. I will probably be taking pictures of all of that stuff, better pictures of all that stuff. I took some of the first 2 days already, but I'll be taking better pictures to probably be adding it into the D-stash before the prices go up. So I'll be adding it to the D-stash probably this weekend. And then the prices will go to the retail prices we had marked on all the papers. And that will then go into the online store or the physical store after. Let's see here. Suzanne says, I've had cricket cookies in the past, but I'd pass on them now.
Oh, really? Oh, you're vegetarian.
Yeah,
now,
you're
right?
doing the veggie stuff too.
What?
She's doing the veggie stuff too.
Okay.
Marianne, sorry. Marianne says, I've had corn nuts, but I can't remember what they are made from. I'm guessing corn.
They're crunchy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like freeze-dried corn.
Like a puffed corn or
no. I don't know how to describe it.
Like a chickpea? I've had things that are kind of like that size that are like puff. I don't know. Harry says, corn nuts are fried Peruvian corn kernels. Marianne says, I mean my bedtime.
I thought you were talking about how he's yawning so aggressively.
I yawned like once, maybe twice.
So aggressively.
So aggressively. I try not to, but I feel like I'm tired lately. I didn't go for my run today because we were out walking, and then I stoved my toe so bad and like tore up part of my nail bed. So it looks pretty gruesome right now. So I don't know if I'll be running for a little while. Ooh, Andrew's falling over.
My leg fell asleep. I'm not used to sitting on the floor.
Yeah,
It's
you
been
got
a
a
minute.
chair there.
I know, but how am I going to work on stuff?
And right here, you can sit beside me. You don't want to sit beside me? I'll make you some room.
We'll see.
Angela's here. Hello, Angela. Barbara is here. Hello, Barbara.
Which one?
Bechtel.
Oh, howdy.
Corn nuts, also known as toasted corn, are a snack food made of roasted or deep fried corn kernels. It is referred to as cancha in Peru, cholpi in Ecuador, and cornic in the Philippines. Huh. I don't think I've ever had that.
Well,
That's
crunchy.
That's good. Marianne says laundry. Do laundry, please.
Correct. I'm telling you, I can't be doing this. I don't need any more reason for people not to like me.
Oh my.
I try to make friends. I don't want to be like the people they make a face when they see me. Oh no, here
comes that stinky boy. Here comes that stinky boy.
Boy, middle-aged man. Here comes Grandpa.
Stinky Grandpa. Susie says, I heard dogs barking this morning. Woke my dogs up.
Yeah, I just heard them right now. They're getting, I don't know if it's a new neighbor or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or somebody walking, probably.
Angela says, men here wear those pants that zip off at the knee all year round.
Oh, for shorts or long pants? Usually those are made of windbreaker pants or fabric.
That is not good.
No, you cannot wear that when you're casting because that is not a natural fiber. And if it catches, it's petroleum based, so it will melt to your flesh.
Yeah, we don't want that.
I'm not interested in
Sometimes they make those out of like khaki material, but mostly it's...
Oh, like a Carhartt?
Yeah, but mostly it's like...
Those are kind of expensive though. But I would wear Carhartt.
Especially if you found them at the thrift shop.
If I'm gonna get the Carhartts, I want Carhartts like my friend Elizabeth Brim, who wrote me the other day.
He's gonna sneak that in. It's not a sneak it into the conversation. That's like a jam it into the conversation.
Don't shame me, William.
He hasn't heard from his friend for a while. So
she's just been busy.
She's been busy.
Being honored for a Lifetime Achievement Awards and having scholarship funds named after her. And, being wonderful. And making artwork.
And she was able to get back to you now.
Correct. And it was lovely.
And what are her Carhartts like?
She has black ones that are overalls.
Black overalls.
And I would definitely 100% wear those.
Susan says you're making me hungry.
For Carhartts?
No, that was before.
Or corn nuts.
Probably the corn nuts and the mushroom talk.
What if they're together?
I don't know, because I've never had the corn nuts.
Did you just try to sneak a yawn?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Do some weird, side yawn?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Look at his eyes with the mischievous glee.
That is true. Melt your skin, says Angela.
Correct. Yes. I don't want it. I have enough problems in my life. Don't need extra. I do need to print off my handouts. Because this teacher, he sent the ample plenty of handouts for class. Also, did the Rio order come yet?
Don't think so, unless it's down there.
That's because he wanted this specific molding compound, and so
we didn't have that yet.
I maybe have it, but I just ordered it just in case.
Marion says, it's okay, Andrew. You did hear from her.
Who? My friend Elizabeth?
Yes, your friend Elizabeth.
Elizabeth Brim.
Elizabeth Brim.
Yeah, because now I know that she doesn't hate me.
He was
confirmation.
concerned.
I was like, what?
He said, what I do?
Because one of our mutual friends was like, yeah, if you get her bad side, that's no good. I was like, did you hear something?
He's like,
what did you hear specifically about me? Did I do something?
He's been concerned ever since.
Well, because I had to leave kind of abruptly at an event that we were at together. And I don't want to go into specifics, but I had to leave abruptly. So I was concerned because I didn't get to properly say goodbye. That maybe some,
She thought you just ran out on her.
She has lots of friends though, so it's not like I'm like, abandoning her to the wilds.
No.
It's like, oh, here are your 50 closest friends all here.
Your 50 closest friends in this state.
Correct. No. They came.
They came for you.
Her.
Right. Sue said, especially the mushrooms, but corn nuts sound good too. Marion says, I enjoyed them. Some versions have spices on them.
That's what I was talking about. Them crunchy.
Spicy crunchy.
Yeah, I'm excited. I am a little bit apprehensive because I have been away. It does stress me out because I'm not able to work. And I brought some stuff to work on at Peters Valley. But I did not get to touch it because I worked until 10 every night, and then it took 20 minutes or so to get home, even though it was 2 miles, because I drive slow.
Slow.
Some people, they drive quickly on that dirt road. I do not drive quickly. I drive slow.
That's good.
Because I got worried. One of the Glassroots kids was like, yeah, somebody bent up their rims and they popped their tire. I was like, do what?
Let's not do that.
And it's like, no, thank you.
Especially not down in Tennessee.
No, but this was in Peters Valley.
Yeah, that was in Peters Valley.
Which would have been worse. I don't know what's worse.
Well, I can't come and get you in Tennessee.
No, I don't know what's worse. Breaking down. Okay, what's worse? Y'all tell me. Breaking down and there's nobody and no cell service hardly, or breaking down in high traffic. I think I would think that breaking down in high traffic is worse. Because some people hateful. And they spit at you and stuff and throw things.
Yeah, if you couldn't get off the road.
Our friend Zach, he broke down at the entrance of Squirrel Hole Tunnel, and I'm surprised that he lived because people got so irate from waiting in traffic, and they were like cussing him out while they were trying to get through the tunnel. And because there was traffic, they had plenty time to cuss him out, and so I don't think I'd like that.
No. But
I would probably get in a fight.
You could have walked to wherever down in New Jersey.
Eventually. They got bears, but I would try to make friends.
Friends with the bears.
You know
ride
what?
The bears.
All the craft schools got bears. What's up with that? Touchdown got bears. They don't come around that often. Not that I've never seen a bear at Touchdown.
I've never either.
But Arrowmont, I saw the bears multiple times. multiple times. I was like, ooh. I was kind of like that meme. There's a meme on the internet, and then there's this little girl. She's like, can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog? And I was in the same thing. And people thought it was serious because I was like, oh, I want to hug it. And they're like, no.
Like you never knew what a bear was in your whole life.
No, I did. I was walking with somebody, and they started getting closer and closer, taking pictures. I said, "Do you know that's a wild animal, and it can maul you?
It will.
It has about 1,000 pounds on you, and I don't necessarily want to see your entrails scattered in front of me.
No.
So please stand back." And she kept getting closer. I said, I'm not going to name who it was, because they may be watching.
Don't call them out.
I said, "Back the hell up." But louder.
In your grandpa voice?
In my stern, this
protective
means
grandpa.
This means business.
Norma says traffic at Squirrel Hill Tunnel is always a mess.
Yes, can be.
For the most part, yes, it is always a mess.
Not my favorite.
No.
But
no. So how's everyone else doing out there?
Yeah, y'all.
Suzanne survived the flooding.
You need an arc.
How is your husband's eyes, Suzanne?
You need an arc, Suzanne.
An arc.
We gonna make you an arc out of beads.
Could do.
2 by 2.
Could do. We have enough.
I don't think it would float.
No.
It'd like sink.
Plop.
But it would be pretty.
It would be pretty.
We also watched part of a documentary while we had our little snack on Craft in America.
Mm-hmm.
And he did another one, a little side job.
An arc would be great, says Suzanne.
And it was all about play.
Yes.
And one of the people on there, they made Pegasus unicorn out of garbage. And I was like, that's like what I did with Cornelius.
Yep. And they used the Mardi Gras beads to decorate. And then they were making piñatas. And that's where we got to. Garbage and piñatas.
No. They did 2 piñatas.
Yeah, 2 different piñata makers.
And that episode is called Play. And I love that show.
Season 15, episode 1.
I love that show because it's like my people, you know.
Yeah, making things out of garbage. We've done that.
Not just garbage, but also just artists.
Yeah.
Crafters. They did a whole series on craft schools.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, where's the one on Touchstone?
So, you missed one.
I know. I'm going to call them up. Write a strongly worded letter.
Susan is flying solo right now. Hubs is out for a bit. The weather has been unusually nice, sunny in the low 80s, and the low will be 50 or 60s tonight. Yeah, we're low 60s. We're going down to 62, my watch says tonight, which I am excited for. I am excited. No, that was the low today. Once we go over midnight, we're going down to 55 tonight. We're going to have the windows open. The cats are going to love it.
Yeah, but then there was a stranger danger cat.
There was a stranger cat outside today. Anyone in Ligonier missing a black and white cat?
And then because there was a stranger cat, somebody made an accident.
Where'd they do that?
I think in my collage stuff. So that's going to be fun digging through that.
No good.
Gertie, she looked at me horrified. And she is horrified. I was like, you probably did it. Them, you don't be one to be talking.
Right. Susan said, oh, 50s. I'll take it. I know. I'm so excited for it to go down into the 50s tonight. And we're supposed to get rain next week, like 2 or 3 days worth of rain, it's saying.
I know. I want that.
So we need that, though. So that'll be nice.
I know we need it, but
we definitely need it. We had a little rain yesterday, which was not enough.
Traveling in the weather is not my favorite. Like there were times when it was raining aggressively, and it was scary.
Yeah, you were coming through some severe weather.
Yeah, that's not my favorite.
Marion said our lows are in the mid 60s. What do you need? Calipers. Like, what? I thought you were going like this.
No, that's this. This is this.
He's going like this. I thought he meant scissors.
That's calipers.
That's calipers. So yeah, what else is everyone doing? Did you have an exciting day? Anyone do anything exciting today, or something different today, or like we went on the nature walk, which is a little different for us. I hurt my toe, so I'm not going running. I'm going to do my weightlifting that I'm trying to do. I'm going to do that tonight.
You can go for another walk if you want, maybe.
Maybe. I think my foot's feeling okay. It looks worse than it is so far. We'll see what tomorrow is like.
I think you should get some peroxide and enjoy that flavor.
Enjoy that flavor. Yeah, that was painful, and I'm on blood thinner, so I'm like, is it ever gonna stop bleeding? Thankfully, it did.
Yeah, I think you're fine.
Yeah, I just don't want to.
You're sturdy of heart. He's not gonna get his ears pierced because that's not good
For my blood, the thinning of the blood.
Correct. So
I might. Yeah. I'm not going to say what I was going to say. Marianne worked this morning. That's good. Got work for that bead money, right?
We do.
We do. We work a lot for that bead money.
Correct. So we do have some exciting news.
Do we?
Yes.
What do we have exciting?
Do the drum roll. Can anybody guess? Can anybody guess? Can anybody guess? So I saw my friend Marty Brown yesterday.
Marty Brown.
I love to say her name, and she said, "You can just call me Marty."
Marty Brown.
But I like to say Marty Brown.
But you're Marty Brown.
Correct. So I saw Marty Brown yesterday. And that feels like so long ago. Yeah, I was a little bit sad leaving Peters Valley. I always get a little bit sad when I leave the craft schools.
He does.
And I always get sad when I leave the show. Unless I had a terrible time, then I'm not sad. But I had a good time, so I was a little bit sad. So then I got to see my friend Marty Brown, and then I was happy. And then what made me also happy is that we got an anodizer. And we're going to be doing our own niobium components.
Yeah. They knew we got the anodizer because I talked to them about that.
Oh, I didn't know that. I watched part of your thing.
Yeah. I said, Andrew asked if we can get it. I said, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, because I sold one of my paintings. Actually, two of my paintings. So that gave us a little extra. And then... So we had a little bit of slush fun.
And he's not having his touchstone class.
Yeah, that got canceled. But I still have plans for that. So don't be buying no Apple nothing. Unless it's like from the grocery store.
Norma, by the way, said I got a haircut today and played with my new iPad that I got at Prime Days. My old iPad was completely obsolete. You got it already? Prime Days was just like yesterday. That's crazy.
Fast.
They done shipped that fast, right? That's exciting. I want a new iPad.
No, you don't need it.
He's like, you don't need it.
If anybody's gonna get it, it's my computer.
Your what?
My computer at the cottage is
still not working.
I guess it just isn't like Zoom, maybe.
Yeah, it seemed like you were just having issues with Zoom. Norma says, I got it in one day. That's crazy, right?
Yeah, that's not us.
No, that is unhealthy expectations.
That's like how the movie star done ruined.
Yeah. But that's great. I'm glad you got to play with it. New tech is fun. Unless you let it sit in a box for months.
You know what's also fun? Our new anodizer. I also got a sheet of niobium. So I wanted to play with it today, but we just didn't have enough time. And I'm going to try to bust out some little paintings to help offset the travel expenses. Because even though I've won a bunch of scholarships and things, it still costs us money. It always
Yeah.
costs money.
There's driving, there's extra food, there's gas.
And then the craft auctions.
That costs us some money.
Not that much. Don't say it like that. I held back. I held back. I could have got that little knife that was up there, and that was so cute. There's this little knife that was so sharp it cut the paper, and it didn't even go that high. But I had already got those studs from Wyatt, so I
you had to hold back.
Mm-hmm.
Marion says, I get things in 1 or 2 days from the big A. We never get anything in 1 day
Not
anymore. It used to be almost next day or 2 days. Usually it's 2 to 3 to 4 days now for us, for most things.
Which is, I don't know.
No.
You know.
But that big membership fee hit the other day, and I was like, is this still worth it?
Prime membership? How much is it?
It's like $170.
Are you kidding me?
No.
I thought it was like $20.
No. It's a big charge.
You're gonna have to watch that TV. Get that money's worth.
Yeah, because the shipping is not. It used to be for the shit. You got everything.
2 days.
Yeah. Not everything is not.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Oh, there's Charlie. Hello, Charlie.
How was your trip?
I know. I keep seeing you on here, and I keep forgetting to ask. How was your trip? How was Japan?
Yeah.
You've never talked about it yet.
Did you find anything?
Charlie was planning to come visit us at the store sometime when you're here.
I'm never here.
That's what I said.
I am thinking of visiting my friend Andrea and Chuck of NC Black right after Aeromont because I'll be down south.
He's going to spend more time away from me.
Well, I was supposed to go to that class at Touchstone.
Which was going to spend time with me.
Well, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, William.
You like them. They're our friends.
I do like them. They're very nice people.
And
I'm just jealous I don't get to go.
Well, you'll be here, and that will be great. And then I will be learning about hammers, and I'm so excited.
You get to do all this fancy learning.
I need to confirm with her to make sure.
She's not on here yet.
Sometimes she pops on.
Yeah. Charlie says, hello. It was great. Very hot and humid. She said, he's leaving you with the cats. I know. I do get to spend quality time with my fur babies. And that's nice because they love on me then.
Gertie's mad at me.
Gertie is bad.
She's like,
she does not have the time of day for him right now.
And now she's hateful. She rubbed him in front of me.
Yep.
And I said, when did this start?
She gave me kisses on the nose.
When did this start? Of you starting to do massage therapy?
She did massages on me this morning.
And I said,
he did not get any of that.
I have never gotten that.
She does it to me quite often.
Tallulah, she did it one time only.
And
I was so excited. I was like, are you the chosen one now? She never did again, so I guess not.
Gertie gives me massages like all the time now.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah, it is. It is nice.
Anyways, I made friends at craft school, and I'm sure if I asked them, they'd give me massages. Not to make it weird or anything.
That made it very weird.
I bet I would be so weird. I'd be like, my shoulders ache. They'd be like, okay.
Do you need an ibuprofen?
They'd be like, that sounds like a personal problem. Either that or that's like the wrong message. You'd be like, my shoulders
You're gonna start some friendships that way.
Correct. I don't know if we're
some naughty friendships.
If we're ready for that.
The catitude, says Charlie. She does got the catitude.
She do.
Gertie is not afraid to tell you.
I don't know if I've been up in the poly business yet. I mean, like, so what's your bank account situation look like?
And how much do you like to clean?
Correct. If you can hire a cleaner, that also is applicable too.
So either you like to clean and do dishes,
or you can
or you
afford to somebody.
You can afford to do it. Yeah.
Afford to hire somebody.
Right.
Be like, what does this like financial transaction look like? It's gonna be like medieval times up in here.
Who cares if we like you? What is your financial responsibility like?
They'd be like, so probably not. I can see how that conversation will go real quick.
Right? Yeah.
I'll be like, William, go love on him.
He sends me.
Or if they like to be bossed around.
Oh, he'd be good at that.
Oh my gosh, if I have to like do anything and I have to boss them around,
go do those dishes.
I would say more in the way that gets things like cutting deeper.
Cutting deeper.
You know, as one does.
Susan said, Hubs is back from doing good work, collecting signatures for a good cause. That's good. Anne has joined us. Anne Schroeder, hello. Thank you for joining in. Charlie says, I'll message when I'll try to make it over there. Hopefully I can see both of you.
Yeah.
Please
do. If you want to spend the night, we have a guest room now.
We do.
You can bring a friend.
As long as you're not allergic to cats.
Yeah. We had one friend that said they're allergic to cats. And I was like, how allergic?
And they were like super allergic.
Because I'm allergic. I've realized that I'm allergic to cats. And I kind of knew this always, but I was kind of in denial because I love them so much. But I will take drugs. You know, even though Gertie don't love me anymore, I still take drugs for her.
Gertie's gonna need some time.
And she gotta make up to me now.
Oh,
this is how it's gonna go.
You abandon her, and then she has to make up to you.
You know what? Hate can beget hate. All right. So you scorn me, I'll scorn you.
Oh my!
You want to see how this goes? You want to see it? Oh, Tallulah.
She goes, it's okay. You're leaving again anyway.
Tallulah, baby, come over here. Golden Daddy has love for you, Tallulah. Gertie is a little bit jealous of Tallulah. And Idabel.
Charlie says, I love cats. I've got 2, but I'm allergic to cats too.
See? So,
the things we do.
You know what though?
Marianne says, but love begets love.
All right, you go on ahead with your neighbor.
Oh, see
Did
how
y'all
he
miss
is?
It? Did y'all miss it?
Y'all forgot.
They're like, delete. Turn off the channel.
Delete. I gotta get a haircut too. I've been looking at my hair. I need a haircut.
You know what? Changed my life.
The new razor?
Correct. It don't leave no mess.
No. Are you cleaning it out every time?
I am trying.
Because they say on the directions to clean it out every time.
Well, I'm trying.
We don't want that to get jammed up. I did get new blades for our old razor though, so I gotta check that out and see if that was the issue. Marianne says we were talking about cats.
Not people.
Not people. Not people. Charlie says, I'm dying at how Andrew talks to the cats.
Well, if you stay over, you'll hear the real.
That's right.
But you know what? It's true. You know, cats is like people. They try to play you. And
they try to play you.
Correct. They're players. And they will try to manipulate you.
It's true.
You think that, oh, it's just a cat. It don't know any different. Our cat is master manipulator. Barnaby.
He start like everyone, we know he has asthma. It's true. He does have it. But he will get himself so worked up and he'll start coughing in the house at the door to go outside when he wants to go out in the backyard. And he will cough and cough and cough. The moment that door opens, he runs out and doesn't cough again.
It's cured. It's a miracle.
There's no coughing the whole time he's outside.
No, he's like all smiling and living life and enjoying himself. And I'm like, lies. Lies my cat told me.
Susan said Hubs is allergic to cat, but he's used to our boys.
Well, you make sacrifices.
Charlie says cats are too smart and their manipulation works.
Sometimes he don't do it around me though.
No.
No, he checks. He'll maybe do it once, and he'll look, and then I'm like, who are you doing that for? White Daddy's not here.
White Daddy's not here. Marion says yes, cats are manipulators. Anne says cats are super smart. 100% know how to get what they want. Sue says, didn't you know felines run everything? Anne says, I admire them for that.
Except they players.
They are players.
Does it feel good to get played?
This is the only way they have to get what they want, though. They can't talk, so they gotta.
I can. See, that's the other thing. The cats can talk, they just don't.
Barnaby does know how to say out. When you don't answer him or you ignore his out requests, then he has to manipulate you.
Well, he says out, and very clearly out and down.
Down to go downstairs.
One time when Paolo and Babette were still alive, Paolo got out and he went out on, because we lived on the second floor.
Mm-hmm.
And so their roof you could get onto.
Yeah, we had a porch, and the porch railing went up to where you could jump onto the roof.
So he went on the roof, and Babette, she went into the glass door, because we had what do you call that? It's not screen door. Storm door. And William's aunt was there, and she looked like she got shook.
Excuse me, thank you.
Because she very clearly said, Paolo, Paolo.
Yes, she did.
And
she was yelling for her brother to come back in because the dogs were out there.
Mm-hmm.
And she was worried about him. Marion says cats do talk. We just haven't figured out about the language.
They know.
They talk English sometimes.
And one time I stepped on one of the cats, and I was one of them got under my boot when I was trying on boots, and this was at that old apartment. And none of the other cats were around. It just happened to the one. And then when I went to go put on my boots again, all of the other cats,
years later,
they were like, stay back, you can get smashed.
They taught Gilbert and Barnaby to be afraid of boots too. They told them somehow. Charlie says they don't have thumbs, they have to use other means.
Called lies.
Phil learned how to growl to voice his disapproval. Probably learned that from the Hubs. Cats can speak. We speak human English in this case. Oh no, cats speak cat. We speak human English in this case. And
Susan, you know what? You don't think a cat can roll its eyes, but Gertie can. She rolls her eyes. I said, did you just roll your eyes at me? And she...
Anne says, do you ever watch cats using those buttons to communicate in English?
We don't need that.
I've seen dogs do that.
I've seen cats do it. We don't need that.
Teach them the buttons?
No way. I'll take the batteries out of that instantly. Just imagine now. Out. Out.
That's what he says.
Go down. Go down. Go outside. Now. Bad daddy. Bad.
Who's gonna make a button that says bad daddy?
I'm sure they'd figure it out. He and me step on two at one. Bad daddy.
Oh my. Oh my. Yeah. So cats, everybody.
That's what we
master manipulators.
Correct.
Smokey gets a Yoda face. He looks very zen, says Susan.
When they did something wrong.
They just
so pleased.
So pleased with themselves.
Gertie gets that look too. Her eyes are usually big and round, and then she gets where she starts squinting. I was like, what did you do? Also, I'm not the nice daddy. If you've noticed this.
He is not the nice daddy. I mean, he's nice to them, but he's not the nice daddy.
No.
He's not the give them whatever they want daddy.
That's called pushover daddy.
That's white daddy.
That seat's been taken. So
somebody has to do it. We gotta by
Good
the
cop
rules
and
one
bad
over
cop.
here.
Huh?
Strict daddy over here.
Correct.
Somebody's got to spoil them sometimes.
I do spoil them, but with,
Withholding and kisses.
that is they have to pay.
That's their.
They don't have money.
They don't have chores.
I know. I was like, what good are you if you're not there for comfort or love? Comfort or love, that's your currency. You got to pay.
That's your currency.
It's like me if I had to do gold digging. That's my choices.
Oh boy, I don't know how much gold you'd be digging.
I know. Because one time somebody called me a gold digger. I was like, you have to have gold to dig, right?
I don't know.
Anyways, I guess I'm good at crafts. That's the other currency.
There you go.
Crafts. I was going to say something else.
Oh my. Anne says, my feeling, we already know what they're saying, so we don't need the buttons. It's true. No reason, just turns into Yoda, says Susan.
That's pretty cute.
Charlie says, I'm like Andrew, the mean mom. They'd be little blimps if I weren't mean.
That'd be cute. Little roly-poly thing.
Yeah.
That's like
I do all the feeding, so.
That's how we thought Tallulah was pregnant, because she started getting a little bit rounded.
She started sneaking her own food.
Correct.
That was not White Daddy.
She was going to do her own.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. All right. Should we get this show on the road, everybody? We got new gemstones for you today.
Some of it's old stock stuff and some new stock and mix of stock. I'm going to try to pull some goodies here and there where we can find them.
Yeah. Going to just be a show of gemstones. Maybe loose, mostly strands.
Yeah, mostly strands. And we didn't officially say under 20, but I don't think anything's over 20.
We haven't gone over 20 so far. Not so far. All right. Let me flip this camera around then. What are y'all up to? What's going on? Not many people say what they're up to today. Let me get this camera straightened out. I feel like when we say what we did today, it feels like it wasn't a lot, but I feel like we did a lot today. Oops, camera's backwards.
I kind of feel like I'm getting in this new kind of schedule. Like I went to bed early.
Early for you.
And
early for us.
I'm trying to get William on the same schedule. Because you keep talking of your deep desire of waking up early. I say, okay.
He's like, okay, I've been doing it.
So we're going to have it. This is going to be the way.
This is the way. Hub's birthday is tomorrow, says Susan.
I like the, was it digital collage that y'all posted?
Yeah, what was that made out of?
You said there's stuff from Allegory. But
how was that made? Was it a shadow box? Was it a collage? Was it digital? That was pretty cool that he made. Like you said, if this isn't allowed, of course it's allowed. It's creativity. And he used our things.
Yeah.
Always allowed. If you didn't see that, it's in the Design Challenges group on Facebook. Susan posted it. Charlie says, I'm flat stitching a lightning bug with beads.
Oh.
That's cool. I like that talk. Suzanne is back. Had stir fry for dinner. Nice. I had stir fry the last 2 nights. And then yesterday I made burgers.
Oh, you know what? We also have burgers in the fridge.
I know. That's maybe our... I don't know.
Maybe tomorrow we'll do...
the mushrooms.
I'll cook the mushrooms tonight and let them marinate overnight in their soft sauce.
In a brown sugar barbecue something sauce, maybe?
We don't have no brown sugar, so it's going to be interesting.
So not that.
You're like, so ketchup?
Ketchup? Suzanne says, post a pic, Charlie. Yeah, post a pic, Charlie.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be done. Doesn't have to be finished. We like to see in progress.
Yeah, somebody said, "Oh, can I share like a design that they laid out but didn't put together?" I said, "Of course."
Of course, that's the whole point. You can get some feedback if you want, or not. Say, I don't want feedback. This is just what I'm working on.
Correct.
We don't, or if you do want feedback, it's good too.
I always ask that in critiques. I say, "Do you want feedback, or are you just showing?"
Yeah.
Because some people, they get real sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean this like I'm going to tear them a new behind.
No. Some people just don't want to hear anything about anything until it's done.
Correct. Some people don't like to show their work in progress. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
But one of the people in my workshop, he's like, "Don't look at his work because he's not finished." And it's like, "You can look whenever you want." It's like, "Come on up over here. I'll show you."
Marianne says, ketchup, no thank you. Not a
like
ketchup. I love
what
ketchup.
What about ketchup chips?
Although you may have different. What ketchup do you have?
Heinz.
We have Heinz, and that's a good ketchup. But I've had some bad ketchups.
Oh, I have to.
Like some of that generic restaurant packet ketchup that tastes like nothing. Well, it tastes like vinegar.
But you like vinegar.
Yeah, but it's not a good one.
Yeah, if their spices are off, then that's not ideal.
Susan said he used Photoshop. The collage used one of Laura Lunsford's Buddha pendants and a peacock pendant, both of which I got from AG recently.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, I thought that was really good. Suzanne says, if it's constructive, I usually don't mind. Marianne does use Heinz, and you still don't like it? Oh, I don't know, Marianne. Don't say that in Pittsburgh.
Oh, no, you get kicked out.
You get kicked out of all of Pittsburgh.
I laughed so hard. There was this political race going on. I'm not going to say who. And then what's the other competitor to Heinz?
Hunts.
There's some, I don't know
Heinz
if it was
and
Hunts, but there was another one. And they said XXX person uses Hunts or whatever it was, ketchup. I laughed horse. Because that's like a thing.
Yeah.
Like people, it's like.
That's how you bash someone in
Like,
politics in Pittsburgh. That's Danette. Heinz ketchup is the only ketchup, no other.
People, they take that business serious.
Marianne says the generic ones are much worse, right?
So do you like ketchup chips?
Marianne says not really. Once in a blue moon, maybe on fries.
Oh my gosh, I like them.
I don't know about the ketchup chips. I know, wasn't it Amanda likes the ketchup chips?
I like them.
Susan says, I'm not a fan of most condiments. Yes, I'm that weirdo. I went through a phase when I was in high school and part of college. I very rarely used condiments.
You know, mayo used to creep me out.
Yeah, I was not a mayo.
I never used mayo.
We didn't grow up with mayo. Like, we never, ever, ever in my life had mayo. I don't think I had mayo until I was in college.
It just grossed me out. Like there was something about the texture. Now I appreciate it.
See, we had Miracle Whip, and I never had a sandwich with mayo. I never had anything with mayo. Everything was Miracle Whip, like even potato salad and macaroni salad made with Miracle Whip.
But when it's mixed in, it has a different consistency.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like straight up mayo on a burger. I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
But nowadays, I'm like, all right, I'm interested.
Susan says, why ruin perfectly good fries with ketchup? I do like ketchup on my fries, but I love mayo better on my fries now, and malt vinegar even more on my fries.
What?
Yes.
Now, how you defining fries? Like French fries?
French fries. Malt vinegar on your French fries?
Where are you getting this malt vinegar?
I used to have it all the time at the Coventry.
I know, because it's how they do the fish and chips.
Mm-hmm. I'll pass on the ketchup chips, says Suzanne. Never tried ketchup chips. Prefer plain, says Marianne.
I like them.
And let's see here. Mayo is gross. Vegan mayo is better, says Suzanne. Marianne also had Miracle Whip, not mayo. Susie says, I love mayo and ketchup mixed with my fries. That's a good one, too.
Mm-hmm. They call it secret sauce.
I do like that. Susan despises mayo. It looks like pus to me.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Curry ketchup, says Amy. Hello,
gosh,
Amy,
so
by the
good.
way. Thanks for joining us.
I will take any food suggestions Amy has.
Right. Suzanne says, don't mess up good fries.
Poutine, y'all. Did y'all forget about poutine?
Poutine. It's good stuff.
Poutine.
Poutine.
No, I don't like how you say that. It sounds like Putin. Bad either way.
Bad either way.
Like you Putin.
Tartar sauce is good on fries. Yes, that is good too. I like
that's
that.
Not my favorite.
Norma says, same, William. I didn't know mayo was different from Miracle Whip until I moved out to go to college. What I didn't know is that Miracle Whip was actually a salad dressing. They changed it now on the bottles.
Because that's the 50s.
But it used to be called a salad dressing. And I'll never forget, my friend in high school said that they put Miracle Whip on their salad, and all of our group was like, what in the world are you doing? Like, because to us it was a sandwich spread, and now they call it a something spread, I think. On the thing.
Go ahead, show the beads while you're talking.
Well, I can't, because I gotta do this. I gotta talk. These are the beads, y'all. By the way,
sandwich spread.
If you'd like to purchase from this video, K is the lot numbers today. K1, take down that lot number, send it to us in an email at info@allegorygallery.com. And first come, first serve. There's only one of this one. Let's see here. Where are we at here? Mayo creeps me out. I won't even eat Miracle Whip, says Anne. And we're back. I haven't had A1 in a long time. I used to love A1 steak sauce. That was like when we were being fancy and we went to Haas's Steakhouse or something like that. What were the two? Haas's and Ponderosa.
Ponderosa.
That was when, like, that was like, you knew, like, did mom get a raise? Like, what? Like, or it was like a special birthday request. And you made sure to get that salad bar because you could fill up.
We didn't order off the menu. We only did buffet from like 5 to 6 or whenever it was.
See, we were still night people, so we rarely got there for that. We sometimes got to order off the menu.
And we know that they said that my parents were like, "Don't even look at the menu.
Don't even look at the menu.
You know what you're gonna get. It's the buffet or nothing."
Yeah. I gotta get my computer set up here so we can see if anybody. I'll let you know. There's only one of these. These are turquoise tubes, everybody. Turquoise tubes. And these are lovely. Where's my calipers? These are approximately 5 millimeters. They're different size lengths, but they're generally similar. They're about 16 long. And this strand has sold. Thank you so much. Susan says, I do like A1. Oh, yeah. I buy a lot of store brand things, but never ketchup. I don't like mayo or Miracle Whip. Give me gravy on my fries. That's what poutine is like. It's gravy. Suzanne says, stop with the mayo talk. It's gross. Hey, Kara is here. Kara Kimura? Kara? I always say Kara in my head, but I don't know if that's right. Let me know. I may have asked before. It takes me a while to remember. Mustard and ketchup on fries is a popular thing on Maui. I like mustard too. I love mustard.
Animal sauce.
Animal sauce?
No.
Mm-hmm.
In-N-Out burger.
In-N-Out.
The mustard.
Oh, we did go over 20. This one was 22.
That's not bad.
No, this is a good price for this. These are dyed, but these are coral. And these beautiful, let me get you the size on these. They're all a little different, but about 8.5 by about 14 or so. Yeah, about 8.5 by 14. Amy says poutine is gravy.
I love it.
Suzanne says we don't do poutine locally. No, you don't find that generally. Marianne says no to poutine, gravy and cheese. Nope.
What?
What?
I love a cheese curd. I'm gonna tell it.
You're in Canada and you don't eat the poutine?
And you don't like the ketchup chip.
What is going on?
Well, you do you.
Amy says early bird specials. The buffets were this, she says, Marianne. Yes, the buffets were good, right? K2, what is that shape? It's a drop, but it's a flat drop.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like table cut almost, if you want to go with check glass things. It's cut flat on the sides, and it's a drop, and it's drilled through there. But when you put it all together, it looks magical. This is only $22. One strand available. This is a pretty long strand. I don't have my ruler out. I'm going to maybe raise this up a little bit so we get everything in, fit everything in here. I feel like it's dark in here today.
Yeah, it does.
12.
This light is blazing behind my head.
13, 14, 15, 16. This is about a 17-inch strand, y'all. $22 only.
I'm
Beautiful.
gonna get a sunburn on the back of my head.
Beautiful dyed coral. Those are pretty, says Susan. Mustard on hot dogs and smokies, maybe onions and green relish. I didn't have relish until I was much older in life. And then I realized I liked relish.
You know, I got...
But only certain relishes.
I got relish in things, like mixed in like potato salad and stuff like that. And what's that? Those eggs?
What?
Deviled eggs.
Oh, I love deviled eggs.
Isn't that funny? Did you ever see that meme that's going around? They're like, oh, I'll just have 2 eggs, please. And then they have like a deviled egg. And then they're like, and then they said deviled egg. And then they're like, oh, sure, I'll eat a dozen.
No.
Like if you eat like a breakfast egg, people are like, oh, I'll just have 2.
Yeah, that's true.
And then people also get the deviled eggs and they eat like a dozen of them.
Yeah, I could totally eat a dozen deviled eggs. No problem. But I could eat a dozen eggs too.
Mm.
You put them in a fry. I eat like 5 or 6 of them at a time when I fry them up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I
get that
3.
protein. No, I'll make 5 or 6 if I fry them up for myself. Totally do.
Enjoy.
Swedish and British taste, says Marianne.
So
Amy says deviled
fish.
eggs. 6 deviled eggs, says Marianne.
How many?
Like, is that 6 halves?
I mean, is that...
Or is that like...
So that's 3
12.
eggs.
Yeah, 3 eggs or 6 eggs?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the question.
That is the question.
So you like that fermented fish flavor?
Fermented fish
Isn't
flavor?
that gold system?
Is that what that... How is that again, Andrew?
I'm gonna do like the ad where she's like
trying to
teach Dutch or something.
Trying to speak in French.
And then she just says like every other word is like if you say it with an accent and then you kind of like garble it, then
right.
And the one lady's like, "What are you saying?
What are you
saying? Crazy?
I feel like this is too high. Let's try and get this all in here.
She's like, "Do you need help? Are you having a stroke?"
6 halves, says Marianne. That'd be 3 eggs, right? Pickled herring, yes, says Marianne. I do.
Pickled herring is not bad.
I used to eat pickled herring like out of the jar.
You know, I used to not like anchovies until I moved to New York, and we had anchovies that were packed in olive oil, and they were so good. Gravlax
or lutefisk? No, says Marianne. No to those. This is dyed coral, dyed sponge coral, and these are about 8.5 millimeter beads. $10 for the strand. 1 strand only available. And it is 16 inches.
How do y'all feel about Yatos?
Gefilte fish, says Amy.
How y'all feel about that Yatos? Jatos.
What is that?
It's a cheese.
Oh, I don't know that one. This is a gross food combo, says Suzanne.
Wow. It sometimes happens.
Charlie says, I've been summoned. Oh, the turquoise originally, probably. Yeah. Turquoise is your thing. That one's sold, though. So far, K2 and K3 are still available. I'm surprised K2 didn't sell. That's a really cool strand. Charlie also says, I'll post a work in progress pic once I'm more along. I still may scrap it at this stage.
Well, if it don't work, it don't work.
I like something tossed. J tossed, says Marianne.
It's all right if you have it with apples.
I don't think I've ever had it.
You know, if you, I don't know.
9.5 millimeters.
Sometimes, like, people are like, oh, it's caramel. It has notes of caramel. It's like a caramelized
I
apple.
may have had that before.
And I was like, I guess
I think I did have it with
it,
apples.
but it definitely had a certain kind of aroma.
Yay tossed. Is that how it's pronounced? Yay tossed. Marianne said. This is again, these are, what did I say, 9.5 millimeters. These are a little bit bigger than the other ones by a centimeter. And these are 16-inch strands. K4, $12 only. Give me a good deal tonight. Give me good deals on those. Marianne says, it is caramelized whey based.
I guess. Does you know what I want to make? The dulce de leche.
Yeah, when are you going to make that?
One of these days when I'm not at a craft school.
Tonight?
No, not tonight. This business takes 8 hours.
He says, I go to bed now.
Correct. At midnight.
At midnight? That's your bedtime now?
No, it's more like lunch.
I was going to say, I know you were posting reels and things and stories after midnight.
Oh, here's the other thing.
Because I was awake.
That happened also.
Hello, Sandra.
I would gently fall asleep and then wake up and then post. I'd be like in the middle of posting because I was so
That's
tired.
no different.
Though I didn't like accidentally post. You know, sometimes I accidentally post stuff while I'm like half awake.
Yeah, you do. These are dyed coral, approximately 10.5 millimeters by about 14, and it's $16 a strand. These are particularly nice.
I've been trying extra hard to make my content real good on Instagram so that I get more than 5 followers.
Are you getting lots of views on your reels?
Not really.
Like, what's not really, though?
Still low.
Like, I've been doing stuff for the store, and some of my reels, like, lately have been getting between about 1,300 and, like, 2,000 views. I've been happy about that, because that is not, that's not normal for our store. How many have I missed? We're on 6, Sandra. You've missed 5. Well, 4 now, because you saw that last one.
I've been trying to post the good content. I've been trying to post every day.
So far, 2 through 5 remain unsold. Nobody likes the dyed coral? Well, here's another one. Perfect. Suzanne says, sometimes I don't see your reels for a few days. But look how beautiful this is. You don't like this, everybody?
I like it.
I do too.
I did a necklace with this. Not this exact one. But I did this and I mixed it with some white coral and some pearls.
This one's a little bit more orangey than the last ones.
And I added some gold spacers. And I had somebody, they said because we had it in the window, which you should not put coral in the window, by the way.
Should not.
Unless you put in it for like 5 minutes. But anyways, because even if it's a natural and not dyed coral, like synthetically dyed coral, it will still fade it.
Yeah.
So that's for y'all to know in your life. But anyways, a lot of stones, colored stones, you shouldn't put it in direct sunlight.
Yeah. Sandra says, I thought maybe you started with a different number, so I thought I would ask since I was an hour late. No, we were just chatting like normal. We chatted for a good hour first, talking about all different kinds of foods. And cats. And chicken mushrooms.
Yeah. And
Dale says, don't shoot me as it dyed. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. These are all so far dyed. Dyed coral.
I don't mind dyed.
Nope. It's stable. it's not, you can see it's not coming off on the strand. It's a nice stable dye job.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, like I said, this is a little bit more orange than the last ones.
If you're buying naturally
Hello,
undyed
Michelle.
and it's that color, it's going to be hopefully vintage.
Hopefully vintage.
This is all vintage stock.
Yeah.
So
this coral is vintage.
It's old.
Amy says if it were real, it would be thousands.
Correct.
Yes, it
Correct.
would. And hopefully vintage.
Correct.
Charlie says, I haven't been as active on social media since my trip. I need to get back to it.
When I go to craft schools, I try to post every day. And one of the reasons why I like to do that is because I'm not saying this to be like self-deprecating or anything, but I'm a slow learner. And we've talked about this before, but I'm going to tell it again.
This is red adventurine, cut out hand-carved leaves.
So I am not somebody who picks things up fast. I am somebody who I have to come at things from every angle, and I have to research things, and I have to build muscle memory, and I go through exercises. When I get done with a class, in my classes I always take notes, otherwise it disappears, for one. Number two, I write about it after so that it stays fresh in my mind. I take pictures and videos if I'm allowed, and then I also do this thing where I go through and I don't know if you've ever seen me do it, but I will mimic my hands to what I see the teacher or instructor doing. And I'll have, like, sometimes I'll ask a teacher to do it the way that they would do it. Like when I learned knitting, they kept showing me this, how they would knit, but they showed me at a weird angle because they wanted me to be able to see it. So their hands were kind of messed up. And by messed up, I'm saying that it was in an unnatural position that you normally wouldn't knit. And so when I was learning to knit, I was making my hands like that, and my hands were starting to hurt. And so I went back to my knitting teacher and I said, just show me how you would do it, just by not showing me, but just do it the way you would do it. And so I mimicked her hands that way, and it made it so much easier to knit after that. So I also, not only do I try to mimic my hands, I also do this thing where I visualize myself doing it. And I also visualize like how the tool is gonna hold, how I'm gonna hold the tool, or how I'm gonna, how hard I'm gonna hit it. And that's part of like professional athletes. They have them do these trainings where they have the like if a basketball player is going to play basketball, they have them do these visualization courses, and it's been proven. I don't know how it's been proven. Maybe 5 people they did, maybe 2. I don't know, but they had them visualize being successful, making successful baskets, and then they increased. They did a study where they had people play like without the visualization, and they had people do it with the visualization. And the people who did the visualization techniques were more apt to be successful than the ones who didn't. So I go through and I do that so that I am setting myself up for success. But like William, when he comes up to a new thing, he can pick it up right away. And it's almost a little annoying. Like we're in a class together, and he's like, "Look what I made," and I was like, I'm over here just laying out my supplies at that point.
This, everybody, is demortarite. If you didn't see the last one was red adventurine. We had 4 strands available, K7. They were hand-carved leaves. I think they were about 8 by 12 millimeters, if I remember correctly. This is demortarite rounds. These are 6.5 millimeters. Sandra says, I don't mind dyed as long as I know, so I can tell a customer if they ask.
Correct.
Yeah, dyed is fine as long as you know. These are really beautiful demortarite. Only $14 a strand. 4 strands available. Let's see. Hubs put on the television music channel. It played Loch Lomond while showing a scene of the Grand Canyon. Where's Nessie supposed to hide? Nowhere there, right?
Maybe.
Marion says nowhere in that water system.
Did you know that some people, they think that they were saying that the Loch Ness Monster have feet? And that's why they can't hide, they can't find it because it goes in the hills.
I've not seen that. Demorderite, Michelle says, is that how it's spelled? I think it's DEMOR.
No.
DEU?
No. Let me spell it. DUMORTIERITE.
So dumortierite.
Do more.
Dumortierite.
Not less. Do more.
These are really nice strands. We're down to 3 of them. Thank you so much.
See, Charlie is saying that you see that?
That's a great way to learn new techniques. I need to try that.
I think it's good. It works for me, I think.
These are really pretty. Yeah, I'm good at things quickly, but I'm good with short-term memory kind of, and then converting it doesn't always work. That's my thing. That's how I got through school. It was mostly my short-term memory, cramming before a test, taking the test, and then purging that information oftentimes afterwards.
I struggled in school, and nobody really knew because I was an overachiever, and so like people thought I was like brilliant, but I really struggled in school. I just worked really hard at trying to learn things.
Yeah, I have to say I don't think I had to work too hard most of the time.
But I also have this memory though that once
you do have,
but it's starting to go away.
Yeah,
but that's all right.
This is serpentine or yellow turquoise. K9, $8 a strand only, 4 strands available. This is really nice. 8 millimeters. Really nice example of this. Marianne says Nessie has feet.
Some people say.
Nessie probably hides because she is annoyed the pesky humans are disturbing him or her. I would.
Get out of my face.
I'd teach my babies to hide too, right? Nessie has babies. I don't know.
Who knows?
I have heard that she is a plesiosaur, but never that she might have feet.
Yeah, there was one that said that even to have hair.
Oh my goodness. Susan says, my memory is at the point where I have to dump something out to retain new stuff. I feel like that. What am I going to forget today? What if you had to make that choice? What if you remembered everything, but you got to a point where it was like, you want to learn something new, you have to choose what you're going to get rid of?
I do that.
That'd be pretty hard, I think.
It's not hard for me.
He's like, nope, I'm fine getting rid of some stuff.
Have you noticed I'm happier in recent years? There you go.
These are 16-inch strands. K9, $8.
That's nice.
And we just sold all 4 of those strands. Thank you so much.
About niceness.
Niceness.
Correct. Beautiful.
All 4 of those strands sold. Thank you so much.
Isn't that the theme of a movie? The Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind or something?
I don't remember that movie.
Jim Carrey and Kate Winslet.
Oh, maybe.
That was a good movie, I thought.
Charlie says, I'd get rid of all the trauma.
Yeah, but you can't get rid of too much because then
you do it again.
Just like then you
put yourself through it all over.
Correct. Then you make the same choices. So you have to like forget the pain and suffering, but remember the lesson.
How do you do that? Marianne says the Ogopogo doesn't have feet or hair either.
I don't know what Ogopogo.
I don't know what that is either.
You know, there's supposed to be a sea monster in Raystown Lake.
I've heard that.
And there's like all these people just mysteriously drown in that lake all the time. And you're like, huh?
8.5 millimeters, beautiful smoky quartz. Look at the quality. This is stunning, beautiful quality. $12. We just threw it at $12. Super inexpensive. Beautiful smoky quartz. Hardly any inclusions in that. One of these days, people are going to like smoky quartz again, and you're going to wish you had this strand.
I love it now. I love it always.
I know. It looks like it looks like a jewel. It looks like it's so pretty.
You know that
16-inch strands.
I will always love you.
I will always love you.
Correct.
Smoky quartz. But these are nice. Let me show you another strand so you don't think I'm just making it up on one. Pick that best strand. Like, look, I'm spinning these. Can you even tell? Hardly, because they're so clear. K10, $12. We've sold another one of K8. We are down to 2 of those. The demortarite.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Look, spinning them. Can barely tell. The monster in Lake Okanogan in British Columbia is the Ogopogo. There's also one of their kind in Lake Champlain.
There's supposed to be another one in Georgia somewhere.
In Georgia? Charlie says, I'm on a budget from Japan. Love that quartz, though. Smoky quartz is an elegant gemstone, says Susan. Yes, it is.
I think so.
Where am I at here? That was 10. Here's 11. What is 11? Chrysanthemum.
Yeah, chrysanthemum stone.
Chrysanthemum stone. He wrote it on here for me. Chrysanthemum stone. This is pretty. At first, it doesn't look pretty, maybe.
You have to look close.
You gotta look close at this one, and then you see all this beautiful, like, landscapes, like little...
They look like little starbursts to me.
Beautiful. It's got some grays and browns and some reds and some butterscotch kind of colors to it.
So I
my
think
screen
maybe
just went
tomorrow we're gonna do this stuff I brought back from New Jersey. I don't know if y'all are interested in that.
Some specimens.
Yeah, and I'm gonna see if I don't know if I have enough time tonight since I go to bed early.
Well, you'll have time in the morning since you get up early now.
I don't know, maybe. But I'm thinking about maybe drilling some holes and things, maybe.
Oh, you're gonna do some hole drilling?
We'll see if I have enough time. Probably not.
So these are really beautiful. These are approximately 7.5 millimeters. $12 a strand only. They're really pretty. These would make great bracelets, I think. That. Early tomorrow, late tonight.
Sometime.
Yeah, if you go to bed at midnight, you're going to get up early tomorrow.
I did today.
Did you today?
Mm-hmm.
K11.
I got up at 9:30. I have been getting up at 7 o'clock every morning.
So midnight to 7, that's not enough sleep.
It wasn't enough sleep.
It's more than you usually get, though.
Yeah, so for me, it's not that bad.
K11, chrysanthemum stone, $12 a strand only, 4 strands available.
Somebody said they sleep 12 hours a night, and I was like, how? That's like half the day.
I could totally do that.
I'd be for one, I have to go to the bathroom. Number two,
well, it doesn't mean you don't get up in between, but because I get up in between and I still go back to bed.
They're talking about they just sleep the whole time.
Then they don't drink enough. Or maybe they're just much younger than us.
They're like camel.
K12. This is Amazonite, right? Ooh, this is a good price. $10 a strand only? For these Amazonite little nuggets. These are good quality. Nice stone. 4 strands available. K12 Amazonite nuggets. Look at those. They're beautiful. Let me give you a general size on these. They're about 8, somewhere around 8 to 9 millimeters. 8 to 9 millimeters. K12 Amazonite nuggets. And these are all, so far, they've been 16-inch strands. This one, yes, 16-inch strand. Long strands, y'all. You don't see 16-inch strands much anymore. All right, K12.
What else have y'all been up to?
What
I
else
feel
is
like
going
I
on?
could because I haven't been able to watch the lives all the time. So it feels weird. Because I've been in the place they don't have internet all the time.
Yeah. What is this stone? These little bones.
Oh, that's type of
It's a jasper, right?
yeah.
Is this a poppy jasper?
I think it's yeah.
It's a type of jasper.
It's a red. I think it's red poppy jasper.
Red poppy jasper. They're shaped like these little bones. They interlock.
Or they call them dumbbells.
Dumbbells, that makes sense too.
You do not get to see this very often.
Yeah, we don't see this shape very often at all.
I have a strand of heliodor that's like that, and there's another one.
These are about 8 by 5 millimeters.
And I'm not sharing it.
He's not sharing the heliodor?
No.
Look at those. And they really look like that, and then when they sit together, they interlock. These are only $12 a strand, K13. K12, we've sold 2 of those. Thank you so much. There are 2 still available of the Amazonite. These are lovely. I like this shape a lot. I think it looks so cool. Look how it looks when it's all together. Such a cool shape. And this is 16-inch strands. Marianne got up at 4:30 this morning. Susan says, I get up at 6 a.m. for us. The feline overlords make certain of that. No, they don't wake me up. Yeah, they do. They do, but I go back to bed. I determine when they eat. That's the way it works. What? They never eat before I'm ready to feed them. They may wake me up out of bed a number of times. Gertie, she's got this little yell she does.
She's taught to Idabel because she did that.
Idabel did it too. Yep. I want to eat those, says Charlie, right? I think they're really cool. There are the other strands. There are 4 strands available. K13, $12 each. We're down to 3 strands of those. Thank you so much. Yeah, I can go back to bed. I'm one of those people generally, unless my anxiety is too high. Catch me at the right time in the morning, my anxiety is too high, and I can't go back to sleep. Is this the new jade?
Yeah.
New jade. And these are, we've got a lot of nice rounds for you tonight. So these are like 8 millimeter, just a nice size. You know, everybody can use rounds. They're perfect for making the bracelets, right? You put some mala necklaces, bracelets. These are $10 strands, for example. We sell bracelets like this in the store for $10. You could get 2 of them easily from this stretch. If you had some spacers in there, you could probably get 3 or 4 of them. Just thinking of those of you who sell things. Susan says, is new jade actually jade, or is it something else? Do you know the answer, Andrew?
You know, jade is one of those things that they have.
There are multiple kinds of jade, yeah. Right?
So there is a type that is called like nephrite jade, and that's more expensive.
That's the good stuff.
And that's like the stuff that's in a lot of like expensive Chinese kind of.
Yeah. When you see jade for like $400 for a bracelet, that's the kind of jade that it is.
And you know what? I'll be honest. My experience with that kind of jade is not a lot.
No.
So I can't tell you about that. But yeah, this is affordable. It's kind of got that milky look to it. It's
And is it? Do you know if it's the same structure as jade?
I don't think it's the same because the one they said it can cut a hair, and this I do not think you can. Do
You could do that.
But I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'd have to do a deeper dive on that.
Yeah, I need to do some more research, of course. The never-ending story.
Charlie says, going back to bed is a valuable talent that I envy. I generally have no problem going back to bed.
Rosie's watching.
Rosie tuned in. See, I know Charlie's watching and it's still saying 0 people.
Are you still watching, Charlie? Say yes or no.
Say yes or no.
It's like a seance. Are you here? Are you... flicker the lights.
Susan said, it's really lovely. I like it regardless. Me too. I think it's really pretty. Like some people look at it for the lot or each.
The lot.
Yeah, because I would be doing like that each. So if I were selling them in the store that way. So whatever you want to do, but all right. Ooh, this is pretty. This is a jasper.
No.
Or no, not a jasper.
It's Petersite.
Petersite.
Well, is Petersite a jasper? I don't think it is.
I don't know. It looks like it's a jasper mixed with agate sometimes.
Because you can't. So when you have a piece that's a big piece, then you can see all the movement and the stuff. It looks like a planet. It looks like Jupiter to me. But when you have it small, though, you can't see as much.
Marianne says new jade is serpentine.
Yeah, but serpentine they call any color that's green. So and they also call serpentine's one of those ones.
That's one of those ones too that
they just call anything that's green serpentine if they don't know.
Yeah. This is Petersite. Petersite, you can see every once in a while you get that flash in there. This is a beautiful color for the Petersite too. Very brightly colored. Very pretty. Sometimes Petersite has more of the blue. This has a lot of that red in it. And this one is about 8.5 millimeters. Let's check this strand. 8.2, 8.3 millimeters. $20 a strand. 2 strands available. K15. Really pretty Petersite. I know some of you out there love the Petersite. If you do, these are really good strands of it. Really pretty. K15, $20. Boy, that dropped in price. That's a really good price. Next up. So we went down to 6 millimeters from 8 to 6, and the price dropped from $20 to $11 a strand for this Petersite. Marion says Petersite is a mixture of tiger eye colors. Yes, it is. These ones have more of the red than the blue. Sometimes our Petersite, and there's some of the golden too, but sometimes our Petersite is very blue. Some of the more recent stuff we've gotten in was blue. This has a lot more of the red color to it, which I tend to like. The blue's pretty though too. K16, only $11 a strand. 2 strands available. Andrew, did you a good price on that one?
I want you to like me.
He's like, I'm back for a little while. I want you to like me while I'm here.
To miss
Be
me.
my friend. Miss me while I'm gone.
Can I bribe you?
Bribe you with good pricing.
Yeah, I realized I think I'm neurodivergent. And there is this meme going around, and they're like, here are the love languages of the neurodivergent. And then they're like, info dumping. And it's like, that's me. Sharing a pretty rock or a leaf or flower. I said, I did that. One of my neighbors, she was making these pod forms, and I saw this flower that I thought she'd like, so I went out in the swamp and I picked it for her.
Oh, Charlie says I bounce in and out. I watch on YouTube and talk here. I'll stay in here though, so you can tell. It does say 1 now though, so maybe it is. We only have 1 person watching over on Instagram. Susan says you and me both, Andrew.
I never really thought of it, but
Yeah. K16. K17. What is this?
Snow quartz.
Snow quartz. This is some very nice snow quartz.
That's another one that I think made up.
Snow quartz. Look when it hits the light, how it has those crystalline, that shine, that flash in there. Dale says, I'm still watching from work. Work till after 3 a.m. this morning.
Oh.
Ooh. What kind of work do you do?
I forgot.
Work until 3 a.m. That's like our shifts.
Are you like first responder or something? I can't remember.
But look, I love this. When you see it up close in the light, you're seeing all those kind of little mini flashes in there. Snow quartz, mostly all white. There's one with a little bit of black in there. Mostly beautiful white. Only $8 a strand, and this is I think 8 millimeters.
That's a good neutral.
It is. Looking for a white natural stone. Sometimes it's hard to find white.
Or it looks dingy.
Yeah, these are not. These are very nice. You've even got that, like I said, they've got some of that sparkle in there. You get real close in the light. So these are very nice color. They're so nice. They almost look fake. It's so wild. Until you get up close and you really see.
Do you have a black light up here?
No, I don't know where you took it down for the cats.
Oh. I'll be right back.
I don't know. I haven't been able to find it since. I don't know where it is. K17, $8. Nurse, triaging after hours call and case mix in the nursing office. That's crazy. That has to be a lot. It has to be a lot. Thank you for doing that work. Charlie says, ooh, I like K17. Laura Lee joined us. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for hanging out with us. K17. Hold on, everybody. I just need a drink. My throat is drying out. All right. Let me check my junk mail, make sure nobody's going to junk. I think we finally got people moving into the inbox instead of junk mail. So Dell is a nurse triaging after hours. And this, look at this. You got the black, you got the white.
And they just call that black stone.
Black stone. And these are 8mm as well. So this, with the other one, if you want some nice black and white, these are like very black, very white. Look at those. Black stone and snow quartz. So maybe you need those, I keep saying basics. Maybe you need those classics.
So really basic about this.
Classic white, classic black. Lorelei joined us. Alternate Anne joined us.
That's Ann Schroeder.
Oh. An alternate Anne. Ann Schroeder's over there. Still only saying we got one person watching on Instagram. It's like those numbers never change.
And I don't know if you know this, but if you have a dirty mind, it is different when you read that.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And I was like, what is anal turnate?
Oh my. You're going to ruin her screen name for her.
I'm sorry.
K18, $8.
At one point, we're going to have to turn off all the lights.
Oh.
Because we got a show.
We got a show to do?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this is K18 Blackstone. 8mm, 16-inch strands. Only $8 a strand. 4 strands available. Okay, you gotta move some of this over. There we go. Thank you. K19. K19. Ooh. Anne says, ha ha ha, no one follows me, it doesn't matter. I had to set up a new account because my old one got shut down. I just want to be able to follow people and see pretty things. That's good.
Well, I didn't want to, say anything.
But he's going to anyway.
Well, I wanted you to know, just in case.
Susan says, I follow you, Anne. This is labradorite, but it's like a matte labradorite in heart shape. These strands are a little bit shorter. These are 12-inch strands, but these are matte hearts in labradorite. $10 each. There are 5 strands available. Let me show you another one here, just so you can see. This is the other one. And says, Susan, you'll be bored because I don't post anything. Beautiful labradorite hearts. K19, only $10 a strand, 12-inch strands in that kind of matte labradorite. Is there a game happening? I think I hear announcers. Something happening down on the fields. Beautiful. And these are, let me give you a size on the hearts. They are about 16mm wide by about 15 or so, 14.5mm tall. K19, $10 only. Susie says a baseball game. Okay. I thought I heard announcers. Oh. Marion says, I often wonder why some people follow me, or some of the people follow me on Insta. You don't do anything on there either, Marianne? All right.
Here. You post on Instagram.
Huh?
She posts on Instagram. I thought.
Didn't you post your picture, your walk?
Your walks.
This is turquoise, everybody. These are $6 each. There are 5 of them available. Marion says, I do. Thought so. Why are you surprised people follow you?
Maybe it's your upstairs room.
Oh boy. Oh boy. So there are 5 of these little nuggets available in this beautiful turquoise. Some of them are a little rough. They're just dug out, polished, tumbled. I think they're beautiful. They've got that deep kind of blue color to them, which I like.
Can I see the ruler first, John?
Yes. K20, $6 each. Charlie's got her eyes out for that one. It's the turquoise. Only $6 a nugget, Charlie. That's pretty budget friendly, right?
You can pick out your favorite.
Yeah, you can take a screenshot if you want and pick the one you want. Otherwise, we'll pick for you. Dale was asking, is that Hubei?
Chinese, so probably.
Most likely.
You know, the one that's got the most pattern in it.
Yeah, the most patterns, the deepest blacks a lot of times with it.
And brown and
brown,
black,
yeah.
and sometimes green.
I like the Hubei turquoise.
I love Sleeping Beauty turquoise, but I've seen people get knocked off so hard.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Ooh, these are fun.
Some of these we kind of average the price out. These are vintage.
Ooh,
and they have the pattern.
That's super cheap, I think. Where are the holes? Holes are up. The holes go through side to side. Side to side. Holes go through that way. K21, $5 each only on the vintage coral. Susan says, I'll probably post something that someone will find annoying. Sometimes it is fun to annoy certain people, not AG people, though. Depends on just how annoying, says Marianne.
You are on the right side.
Right?
And I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, feel free to annoy those people.
Yeah, but a lot of people have been getting retaliation style lately.
Yeah, they have. It's been
so
crazy.
I have not been posting. I've been trying. I'm not doing it because I don't feel it's important. But also, we rely so much on Facebook for our business that I'm scared to post stuff now because there are people who are aggressively targeting people like us.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a couple of our friends, and maybe they're not watching because they can't.
Yeah.
Because
Suzanne says, I've been cutting way back on my posts.
Yeah, because I don't want to get... Because if we lose our Facebook account, we're pretty much teetering on the edge as it is.
Yeah.
Let alone if we have that happen again.
Susan said, yes, I can understand that.
And it sucks. I mean, you know, Penzies can do it, but Penzies was also rich, so...
Yeah. All right. These are K21 coral, vintage coral bits. And $5 each. Michelle's avoiding Facebook right now.
I saw you post that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think you just have to learn who to follow and not.
Susan says, so I can make up a bit for you all. Susan said that.
God.
Yeah.
I think I got a chemical burn from wearing salon pot too much.
Uh-oh.
My beloved.
You do that sometimes.
My beloved. I may have made... So at one point during my stay at Peters Valley, I didn't have my full kit. Because usually I'm like, I overpack. And so I'm like, oh, what you need? You need this? I got this. I got this. I got extra spare of this. So I didn't pack all my creams and ointments and unguents and all this other stuff.
And you even drove. You could have.
I know. But you know, I also don't want to be the person that has like 40 bags that they lug up. And so anyways, so I don't know if y'all know this or not, but I get gout sometimes, and it's such a weird thing. But so it makes it hard to walk sometimes because it attacks the joints in your feet. And so I got a flare up, and I was like, "What am I going to do?"
Yeah.
And so I got real creative, mixing Neosporin and Oragel, and then I may have put a little bit on my shoulder,
Oh, and then you put the Salonpas on
and I got
top.
like a chemical burn.
Charlie says, I keep posting dumb cat art, LOL. I know not everyone likes those. Also said
Is
that
it your
coral is
art?
interesting. We like your art.
I love your art.
These are onyx faceted squares. They're about 8 millimeters, very close to 8. One strand available only. I think this is stunningly gorgeous. One strand, K22, $12. Look at how pretty those are. Very classic. Can make a nice little bracelet. I would just use a few of those though, just as an accent on a bracelet. Marion says, I like Charlie's art. Susan says, I think I'm part leprechaun. And K22 has sold out. Thank you so much.
Why is the leprechaun?
Don't know. Susan said, I think I'm part leprechaun.
For what?
Why? Treasure? Is that why? What are we talking
Rainbow?
about? Rainbow?
Treasure?
Treasure. Charlie says, thanks. I noticed less engagement with the sillier things, so I debate posting them now.
That's always a thing. You know what though? One of the posts that I got the most engagement on recently was something that
Holy
I did not
moly.
make. Oh, you're looking at the rainbow.
Talk about actually seeing the rainbows in it.
Yeah, usually when they say rainbow obsidian, you can't see it. This old stock, and you can see the rainbows.
Yeah, I always like, why do they call it rainbow obsidian? Well,
There you go.
there you can actually see, like, there's some greens and reds poking through there.
It's a volcanic glass, and yeah, you can see it in this strand.
Marion says, are you short and wear a lot of green? Says, rainbow and mischievousness. Yeah, look, this is some good. That's why it's $30 for the strand, only one strand. But have you seen rainbow obsidian like this in a while? Hardly ever. I don't know if I've ever seen it this good.
Not that we could afford.
Like, not nowadays.
They do have some
look at
pieces. They do have pieces where they have been carving them like pools, and it's like they'll sell big specimens, and then the big specimens they carve those little pools on it, and it catches the light. I talked to Marty Brown for a long time about the properties of light yesterday, and these are the kind of conversations I have, y'all. So yeah, anyways.
Look at how pretty. I'm trying to show you. This light is not great. Out. My screen went out. I'm back. K23, $30. That is a magnificent strand of rainbow. That's why it's called rainbow obsidian.
That's the definition.
Most of the time you see rainbow obsidian, it's black. And you're like, why is it even that? Why? K23 has sold. Thank you so much. That's a good, somebody got a good deal. Let me give you a size on those too. 15.5 millimeters on those faceted diamonds or corner drilled rounded squares. Susan says, I like the translucent quality of obsidian. I prefer it to the solid opaqueness of some of that dark gemstones.
Onyx.
Yeah.
It depends. There's something for everything.
Something for everybody. Ooh, blue tiger eye coming up.
Ooh, it's a good one, y'all. It's a good one.
Blue tiger
I debated about keeping this one.
It is a good one. Woo.
You do not see it like that.
Look how deep. Like, it's so blue. It's like verging on black. It is such a deep blue color. And this light is not.
No.
There we go.
There you go.
Look at that.
I almost thought it was apatite at first, like a dark apatite.
Holy moly, everybody. Look at that. You do not see, this is a vintage strand. You do not see blue tiger eye like this. $36, one strand available, K24. Faceted drops. I'm trying to do this one-handed because the light, I'm trying to show you the light on it the right way. Look how deep blue that tiger eye is.
And I believe it's natural too.
Mm-hmm.
This not dyed.
No, that looks natural.
Because sometimes they have like colored tiger's eye, but it's dyed. This is not.
Look at that. Wow.
That's what that's the blue of the pedicite.
Mm-hmm. Susan says, oh, that K24 is gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Look at it, everybody.
This is not something that you're going to find every day.
No.
This is a rarer one. And it's not bad price either.
For $36? No. I had to price that in the 40s at least.
But, you know, I'm trying to buy friendship. So.
He's trying to buy your friendship, everybody.
I got to do something.
And this strand, let me get you a size. This strand is a 16-inch strand. These are vintage strands.
That's not my personality.
And this is approximately 12 millimeters by 8 millimeters for each drop.
Yeah, this is a good strand.
K24. Still available. Nobody splurged on it yet. And by splurging, I mean get a good deal on it yet.
Alright. You know, it's one of the things, there's a couple people I know who would like that. But, you know, that's not for everybody.
No.
But think about make one pair of earrings, done.
$36. Done. Paid for.
Alright, now this is how we have to do, turn off the lights.
Turn off the lights. Okay, K25. Are we going to 30 tonight?
Correct.
Okay. So first, let's show it in the light. Ann says, I feel like there was someone looking for blue tiger eye on a Total Request Live like recently. I hope they see this. Yeah, I think somebody was looking for blue.
I can't remember.
Can't remember who it was, but there you. That's like the best blue.
That's the best blue tigers I've ever seen.
Yeah. K25, $32. Fluorite, right?
Correct.
Fluorite, all green. Got just the greens in there. This is approximately a 13-inch strand. Yep, 6.5, 13-inch strand. And now we got to turn out the lights.
Yeah. Turn off the office lights.
Marianne says it was a non-regular was the person looking.
So this is how you can tell like real good quality turquoise or fluorite.
If it's got the glow.
It glows blue. Like that crazy blue. Maybe close the mail. You can't see it on the TV. Can you all see that?
It's there you can kind of see it better. See how it glows blue? Some of them are very bright, but
oh my gosh, look at the office. This guy, it's like All the tags.
I know all of our tags are glowing, but you can see there, you can kind of see how the whole thing glows blue. Some of these glow really brightly, but the whole thing glowing blue.
Okay, we're gonna skip ahead to the next, skip one lot.
What are we doing?
Because the next lot,
Okay, so
turn off
this
the
one
lights
also
again.
sold. Thank you so much. I think.
So we're gonna skip. Oh, bye-bye.
K25 has sold. Yes, thank you.
Now this one.
We're moving to K27, skipping 26 for the moment.
This is, boy, that doesn't show up on the camera.
No,
I don't know what it is.
In person, these are like super blue.
They're like, yeah, these are like Technicolor. So this is another strand of fluorite.
And let's show you the shape of these.
Turn on the office light.
These are beautiful K27, beautiful faceted drops in fluorite.
This is an 8-inch strand.
It's a shorty strand.
And these are like faceted tabs.
You can see the blue better when the light's on.
Is it really?
Yeah, look at it.
That's crazy.
Like there, you can see, look at it turning blue.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, it's almost too bright in the dark.
Oh, because the lens is trying to compensate.
Because we have night vision lenses nowadays. But look at this, look at it turning blue. K27, $34. Beautiful quality fluorite.
For those who are curious, that's a short wave.
It's a 9-inch strand.
UV light.
And it says both those strands of fluorite are so pretty in color and shape. Yeah, so this was 25. Somebody already grabbed this one, but let me see if we can show you this in this. Yeah, look at it there. Look at it turning blue. In person, it's like glowing blue. So that was K25. It is sold. K27 is available here. $34 for the strand. These are these fancier cut drops, faceted drops. They're about 17 millimeters by about 11. And it is still available. One of those available.
Well, let me tell you.
Marian says, wow, blue. There you go.
That wow.
Blue.
But that color is technically a green fluorite, and it's so pretty. It's gem quality, by the way.
Gem quality.
If it makes you feel better, triple AA.
Triple AA grade.
I should have put a tassel on it.
Right.
But that is incredible, and you're not going to see that all the time.
No.
So I know some people, they're like, oh, you're just saying that. No. Because I shop for bees all the time.
Yeah, he carries his blacklight around.
Correct. That's why I bought another one.
Yeah, he just bought another one too.
Um,
Michelle says, stunning blue, that glow.
Isn't it?
Susan says, love fluorite.
So I don't know how we're going to do the show tomorrow with the rocks that I picked up. Because we're going to have like, it's going to be like the turn out the lights party.
Turn out the lights party. KSSW4762 joined us on Instagram. Thank you so much.
We're going to be like.
Is this a cherry quartz?
No, this is dyed jade.
Dyed jade. Simple dyed jade strand.
But it's pretty.
It is
That's
pretty.
pretty.
It's a 16-inch strand. These are 4.5 millimeter rounds, $10.
It's kind of a little bit orangey, a little bit pink.
Yeah, it's a nice color. It's an odd color.
I like it.
I don't see that color very much, but
The dye is stable.
It's a pretty color to use because you don't see it. Student says, what beautiful color, right? Yeah, you don't see that color very much in gemstones. It is dyed, but it's stable. $10 only, 4.5mm rounds. Sweet little strand. Only $10. 16-inch strand. I'm surprised that K27 is still available.
We're going out of order.
K27 is still available. Nobody wants those drops.
I love those. I say just put one and put some chain.
Mm-hmm.
Call it a day.
Yep. Show people at your booth that it glows. And put one on a chain, and you sell the whole thing for $32.
But that's also so you know that they're real.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know this one?
What is this one?
Do you know?
Do you know?
It starts with a C.
Oh, it's one of the Chrysos.
Chrysoprase.
Chrysoprase.
This one's a little bit, the color's different. Usually chrysoprase is a little bit more minty, and this is a little bit more yellowy green.
It's pretty, though. I like this color.
And hardly any matrix.
Yeah, this is pretty gemmy. Only $18. And this looks like at least a 16-inch strand. Yeah. This is a 16-inch strand.
Normally that'd be like 24, 25.
These nuggets are 7mm approximately. K20, that's in 28, everybody. K28. $18 only. Chrysoprase. Gemminess.
I like it.
Very little matrix in there. Little sweet little nuggets. I could see some pretty little earrings made out of these. Or a bracelet.
Oh, the rat bracelets? Let's bring that business back.
I know.
I think
some brown leather.
I think I got a good idea from Marty Brown. So Marty Brown has on her website different like make and takes that you can do in the shop when you're there. And I think we're gonna have like some things that we teach all the time. Like usually
you're gonna be there.
No, you can teach.
You're gonna be there.
No, probably not. Not until
that was supposed to be the deal, you know.
Not until summer's over.
Blue quartz.
So I think like there'll be like a couple like simple things that little projects to give you ideas, because I think sometimes that they want to take classes but they get overwhelmed with the options. So I think we'll have like a stable of projects that you can do if you don't know. And then that way people don't feel like overwhelmed.
Makes sense. K29. $18 for the strand. Blue quartz. In quotes.
I don't know how blue it is, to be honest.
Yeah, without that string in there.
I mean, there's a little bit.
You can see it on the edges, but
I don't know how it's turning up on camera. But it is a nice strand, and then it's kind of like a microfaceted.
It's beautiful microfaceted.
So it's sparkling.
Yeah, it is.
I should have charged more.
I know. I was surprised it was only 18. 4mm and 16-inch strand.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, it's a good one. K29.
You know, but not everybody likes the same things I like.
Well, Amarte 1985 has joined us. Thank you so much.
And that's it.
And one more.
One more?
Yeah, we're
one
29.
More.
One more.
One more.
This is sweet.
I was going to keep this. The reason why I was going to keep this is this.
Is this a coral?
It's coral. And it's a dyed coral. That's why it's so cheap. Or inexpensive. And the reason why I was tempted to keep this is because it goes so well with cameos.
You have a lot of cameos.
I know. And I'm going to do a series of little set cameos. Because of that one piece I made, the Many Faces brooch.
People like that.
And you know what? I haven't heard, but tomorrow tomorrow's gonna be extra busy if I get all the things done I want to do. But there's an exhibition that I'm in that's at Seton Hill.
4.5 millimeters by 2, approximately.
And they are on summer hours, so it's not open regularly. And I want to see my show, and I'm going to be gone. But William's gonna, I hope, take pictures.
You're gonna try and go?
I'm gonna try to go tomorrow if I can do it.
K30, $10 only.
But the one person that is usually always there is not there. Of course.
Of course.
So maybe if I look, like, climb up on the side of the building and look in the windows.
Then you'll see your piece.
What
piece is it there?
5 pieces.
Oh. Hello, everybody.
Howdy.
Hello again. Turn that off.
Let me tell you, I'm extra surprised that one didn't sell. There's actually 2 that I'm surprised at.
That fluorite.
There's the fluorite tabs, faceted tabs. That one I'm surprised about. Did the blue tiger's eye go?
I don't think so.
That one I'm surprised about.
That was 24. 24 is still available, yep.
I know those ones are a little bit pricier. Yeah. So, and the other one is that dyed coral coins. Those are all things that I love. Just never know. You never know what people are looking for. I know.
If you are looking for something, always let us know.
Correct.
We can try and include it or purchase it the next time we go buying.
Yeah, so there are, there's a lot that's still available.
There is a lot. We'll be putting these, I'll probably be taking pictures of these also tomorrow and putting them up on Facebook, maybe Instagram, to show people what is still available. And for people who don't watch our videos, for people who just prefer pictures, I'll be putting them up that way. Depending on how busy I am, my mom's coming, I'm not sure what we'll get up to, but if I have time to take some pictures tomorrow, I'll be taking pictures of Harry's stuff and some of these gemstones.
And I really appreciate it. I know we say that every time, but I'm not able to work as much this summer because I am taking classes. So it means like the world to me when you all support us because, you know, I could not take these classes. I've worked really hard to get scholarships and awards and different funding opportunities. But really, your support, especially now when I can't work.
It's just me, y'all.
So this, it means a lot to me. Personally, I wanted to add that note in because, you know, I'm always grateful to everybody out there in our support system. I'm always thankful for having people in our lives that genuinely care about us and vice versa. We care about all of you out there as well. But when I can't work, sometimes I feel guilty. And I can almost get teared up when I talk about this. Because like I sometimes feel guilty that I'm not like pulling my weight, and that, you know, I should my least favorite word, be here and work and not be taking classes. I know that in the long run it benefits us because I have more skills and abilities to do things, but in the short term, it means that I'm not able to pull my weight with income, and William has to do extra work to keep everything afloat while I'm gone. So it means a lot to me personally that y'all like the things we show and keep us going.
And you shop with us when you could shop with a lot of other people.
I know. So it means a lot to me.
Gail says, what was the number of the coral coins? K30. They were the last one. 30 lots tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, everyone. We're going to go make some food because it's almost Andrew's bedtime.
I know. And you got to probably go get some buns.
I don't know where we're going to do. May have to run to Walmart. But thank you so much.
How late does Walmart open?
11.
Okay.
Thank you so much, everybody. Michelle says, taking classes is your part of working. It helps in the long run.
I know, but in the short run, though,
In the short run, Mr. Anxiety here is like,
when I see the bank account and I know that I'm not like producing, then I get a little bit stressed out about it. And but that's one of those things. I'm not saying anything bad about some of the other students, but because I get scholarships and because it is something that I could be here working, I have a deep sense of um, how would you put that? Like I take it very seriously because
deep sense of duty.
Yeah, because I think it's one of those things like, I could blow it off and just like have fun and hang out with cool people. But, it's something that I know is like such a privilege.
Well, and you're getting scholarships for minorities and underprivileged people in some ways. And
this past one was merit based, by the way. Hashtag
merit based. But you do get those, and it could go to someone else. So if you're not there doing your best, then you should let someone else do it.
Yeah. And so, because it is like, I know from working or doing stuff at the board with Touchstone that there has been an increase in scholarship need. Like 2 years ago, Touchstone got a 400% increase in scholarship applications. 400%.
Yeah.
That means all of the people who applied in previous years times 4. That's wild.
Yeah. And I bet they didn't get 400% more in funding.
No. And so, they funded as many people as they could.
Right,
but at the same time,
that's an incredible increase.
So
imagine increasing your business by 400%. You'd be jumping for joy, but when it's need, that's not great.
So I do appreciate it.
Marianne says, but you also work to get those scholarships.
I do, but at the same time, for me, it's just one of those things. I think it's one of those things where, because I grew up poor, my parents couldn't have done that for me, even if they wanted to. No. They could not have done that.
I didn't go to like art camps or summer camps, or we couldn't afford that.
So,
Andrew, your taking classes is wonderful. Investing in your art is a great thing that will pay off in the long run, says Susan.
I know, but the short term.
Short term is a cruncher sometimes.
And then like when, every little bit, like the gas to things, or when...
Yeah, we've been in business a long time, but we still are in that kind of phase where, these extra things, the gas, it can worry us.
But I mean, it's also one of those things like we've been growing, but we've also been growing with that. So like when we do new things, like when we buy a storefront, that money is then required. The money for the gas at the store, the money for the lights at the store, the money for the water at the store,
the trash at the store, the taxes at the store.
So it all adds up. So even though in theory we're doing better on paper, it's still...
We'll always keep it at that line.
I know. I'm like, when are we going to get pushed over?
I know. Can we push way over into the other side of that line?
I know. Like some of my friends, and I'm not like begrudging them for their success or whatever, because everybody has challenges. But some of my friends, they're like, yeah, I did 14,000 in my live yesterday. I'll say this confidently. We have never done $14,000 in a live.
Never. Never, ever, ever. Not even in a big event.
Not 10,000, not 9,000, not 8,000.
Not even in a big event have we done that kind of money.
I mean, so,
Let
you
alone
know,
one live.
I think, that's awesome if they
It's
can
great
do
for
that.
them. Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I just am waiting for the day for us to just finally get to the point where we can both take a class.
Yeah.
And,
and a week-long class. Just like go
Yeah.
and take a week-long class and not worry. Like if we have to close up shop for or if we have to bring someone in to watch the shop, it's not a question. Let's just do it.
Yeah. And so
that would be great.
Like in October when I go down to teach, I'm getting paid, but that's also going towards William being able to come with me.
Yeah.
And so we pretty much have to like close everything down. I mean, we may be able to get somebody to help watch, but that's kind of further off, and we have to wait closer to see who can watch that. Yeah. But it's one of those things like it would just be so nice not to have to worry. Mm-hmm. And I know that sometimes I worry kind of obsessively.
I definitely do. My anxiety kicks into high gear.
And people like don't think about it, and it's hard when you're, when you're trying to do. I was talking to somebody at one of the things, and they must have thought I was like so like show off because I was talking about like the different things. But the other thing about that is that sometimes I'm much older than some of the other students. So one of the students was maybe like 20, mm-hmm. and they were like, they were struggling like how I struggled when I was 20, mm-hmm. and when I was talking about like, oh, I have a place where I have my studio and stuff. And they think like I'm like living large. And really it's just, we just work really hard all the time. Yeah. And I think people
we live in stress. Yeah. We do live in stress.
And I mean, it's a good, like for me, it's not terrible stress. William's a little bit different because he has, anxiety. I have anxiety, but not like medical anxiety. So
Michelle says, "Who has that kind of money right now? 14K and alive? Are you sure they weren't bragging?"
They were bragging.
Yeah, of course.
But they were. I don't think that they were lying. I think they were truthful mm-hmm. in their numbers. But
that was a little bit of a brag.
Mm-hmm. But that's that person. Anyways, in case you're watching, I'm glad for you.
No, we are. I mean, we're happy that anyone in our industry does well. Mm-hmm. Like, if you're in the artistic industry at all, doing anything artistic, good on you if you can make a living out of it.
Mm-hmm. Somebody was like talking smack.
And employ people and whatever you can do.
And somebody was talking smack about somebody's piece being kind of on the pricier side. And I was like, if they can get that, good on them. Right. It gives me hope.
Yeah.
That maybe
those people are out there.
I work really hard and like I make little paintings and stuff. And I put so much time and energy and love into those little things. And we sell them for like $20.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that's bad because
No, but there are people selling the same size with less effort for $300 mm-hmm. a piece. Like, it's just who you find and who finds you.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's like all like
it's
marketing. What did Charlie say?
He said, "Live in stress is a real thing. Doing something you love is hard work. I had to step back and just hope other artists don't have to and can keep making beautiful things."
Yeah, I know that's something that we've talked about, about how we're going to go forward in the future and mm-hmm. maybe possible decisions about downsizing and, and that's also a lifestyle thing because, our house is pretty big and it's just the two of us and the cat. So like, we don't necessarily need to have such a big house.
No, and our house is not big. Like, it's a 3-bedroom, 1 bath. For 2 people.
This was a house that was designed for a family. Mm-hmm. And, we're not going to have kids probably. So, there are things that we've been thinking about. And I mean, it's a thing like we could keep going. It's just like how we moved the store. We could have kept going the way it was
In
before.
Ligonier. Mm-hmm.
But I think there are choices that are healthy to make about right sizing and getting things.
Suzanne said cats need room.
They don't need that much room. But
yeah.
anyway.
Michelle says, yes, make that money on your art. That's right. If you can do it. If you can make a bracelet and you can charge $300 for it, please do it.
I know. I want you to.
And then come to us for more supplies.
Correct.
But yeah, that's we're very big. That's why we try and push all of y'all. When we see you making things, we try and share your things, and we try and, especially if we know you're selling stuff, we're not people that try to be like
gatekeepers.
Oh, yeah, they're selling, we can't share their stuff because they're competition. It's not the way we see the world.
I had this is maybe a little too much information, but I'm going to tell it anyway. So I recently had a friend come over and I showed them a bunch of techniques, and I was telling another person about that, and they like flipped out. They're like, why are you showing this to this person? You're creating your own competition, and you're you should not have done that. And I said, I don't want to live like that. I don't want to live where I'm stingy with information, that I have to hold back, that I can't have friends and make things and enjoy my life.
Right.
Having to always worry about like if somebody's going to make money off of the things I show them. I want people to have a good time. I want people to be successful.
Yeah.
So it's just weird to me, it's like a scarcity mindset. And I guess part of that is me working through and kind of unpicking those knots in my brain, because I think at one point I was more like that, but I've grown to the point where I just want everybody who I'm friends with and is in my kind of circle to be happy and prosperous.
Well, and the more people work on things and you share ideas, the more ideas that should come up.
Yeah,
like
totally.
You shouldn't have a finite amount of ideas of things to do.
And
it is people oftentimes who do have a finite amount of ideas that feel like that.
Like they're trying to hold back.
Yeah, they come up with the one thing that does well for them, and they're like, I can't teach a single person this. And that's fine, and there are things that we hold back in the short term.
Until we kind of make our money off that.
Yeah, until we feel like we've gotten what we've got, and then we share that knowledge. And that's business. If we weren't in the business, we'd be sharing knowledge like crazy.
I think
we still do. Yeah, we share a lot anyway. But
there at one point, if you wanted to take a class and you wanted to learn how to bead, you had to pay for it. That's just the bare mechanics of it. You had to find a local bead store or a local bead society or whatever, and you paid your instructor, and that was how it is.
Yep.
Nowadays, you don't have to do that. You can turn on one of these lives. We haven't done it for a while, but we did, hundreds of videos at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of tutorials out there.
And so anyways.
Marion says, I have 3 cats in a 1-bedroom apartment. They can fit. Every artist will use techniques in their own way anyway. That's exactly what it is. And the more that people the more you share that, oh, you're doing it that's pretty cool, and you try it, and then you morph it into something else. And
well, I talked to Marty Brown about this yesterday. I said, you're not gonna get mad if I start making niobium stuff, are you? And she goes, no, I want you to. She said, you're gonna do you, and I'm gonna do me. And hopefully, she said, if I'm lucky, I'll spread this knowledge as much as I can while I'm alive. And that's, I think, why we get along. Yeah. Because there isn't this kind of I don't know, gatekeeping preciousness that happens.
Suzanne says, I only order from you by mail. I trust you.
Well, we appreciate that.
We do. Dale says, I remember when some bead shops were extremely secretive and their knowledge was their power.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there are some things, like I'm not going to name our sources.
No, we don't give sources out.
And the reason why I would happily share that if I did not think that that would be used against us. And what I've been taught is that, and this is a kind of a shame, is because I've shared sources with people, and they've used that against me and made it so that I can no longer purchase from them.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't do that,
Right.
because of past experiences.
Michelle says we each have our own flair.
Correct.
Anne says, or even people who teach their techniques in a paid class. I sometimes take those classes but still buy their items. It's just all a good flow of good stuff.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it's one of those things like I love to have something from the teachers like I learn
Yeah,
from.
that's like I mean, you wouldn't be taking their class if you didn't respect them and their
Mm-hmm.
work. You would hope.
And now I think and I'm like I'm getting more selective when I'm taking classes, but I
It's
am.
just because you have knowledge now. You don't
But
need to relearn.
but also I'm getting to where there are certain people in the industry that are not going to be necessarily good people. And there was a point where I was more flexible about that. I was like,
Yeah.
well, everybody does their own thing, and to each their own, and we're going to have to agree to disagree. And now I'm getting to the point where, because I have that knowledge and that power and that knowledge, I can make discerning decisions on what is kind of like sustainable.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think that because we are minorities and because we are from a historically marginalized community, in more than one way, in my case, um, it's important to support other people who push forward the ideas that are important to us.
Things that help us.
And so I'm less likely to take certain workshops with people if I know various things.
Mm-hmm. Charlie says, I love when the community can be open and uplift each other. There's so much we can share and learn.
I know. I can't wait till you come over, and then we're going to craft our brains out till we puke.
Anne says, I'm with you on that, Andrew. I bought some beads and found out that they were hate beads and just couldn't use them. I want art to make me feel good.
Yeah, and I think that's one of those things. Like, I found out something about some people recently, the past couple days, and I was pretty shocked, to be honest. And I'm not going to go too much into it because it's not a happy subject and it makes me feel kind of sick. But it's one of those things where when you're just trying to live your life, not impose anything on anybody else, not trying to control the world or do something to force other people to do what you want. You're just
be happy.
Trying to keep a roof over your head, love who you love, eat food, not have to worry about stuff. And then you find out about some people and how they don't want you to have that.
Yeah.
People who say to your face that you're their friend and that they love you and care about you, except they don't want you to live how you want to live. You can only exist on their terms.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't, then you are an abomination. And I was horrified recently. I really, really, I guess I'm getting more emotional as I'm getting older. Like, I'm almost tearing up on it.
Well, you see the important, like, we have had a glimpse of having a good life that we never thought would be possible.
Mm-hmm.
And to think there are still people out there that would turn that back.
Who don't think we should be married.
Yeah.
Who said, oh, well, you have a domestic partnership.
Yeah.
But you can't be married.
Yeah.
And it's such
and
a
you
weird...
shouldn't be able to adopt, and you shouldn't,
Uh-huh.
you shouldn't, yeah.
Even they would have me send my mom back to where she's from because she's an immigrant.
Mm-hmm.
And it is one of those things like so hateful and divisive. And it just it's one of those things that breaks my heart because I just want to be able to live my life and make things and make the world a more beautiful place. And you know
Yeah.
anyways,
Just trying to do good, right?
we got way far.
Susan said, I'd rather send good energy into the universe than hateful vibes any day. And Marion says, that is horrifying. Anne says, that whole love the sinner, hate the sin mindset is just a big nope.
Yeah, because it's not about that. It's about control.
Mm-hmm.
And there are people who do not believe that we should be able to even be alive, let alone, and they're like, oh, well, it's just natural selection. That was somebody's argument, was that being different means that you should not have a right to live.
It's crazy.
And I just get, it just breaks my brain and hurts my heart when I see people justify eugenics and this. Well, anyways, I could go on, and I'm not going to.
Dale says people should take care of themselves and practice treating others the way they want to be treated.
I think that's this essential. Like, just be kind and let people do what they want to a degree. Somebody's like painting their house with blood, then maybe
question where the blood's coming from.
Like, hey, maybe you'll slow up on this.
Yeah.
But if it's just somebody trying to live their life,
right. Michelle says people are just messed up. Oh, there's Daryl. Hello, Daryl from Johnstown. Says, stay positive, guys. We all go through this crap. People need to mind their own business.
Yeah.
Marianne says, on the contrary, natural selection is a creation of diversity.
I know.
Right?
I know. That's basically all about Darwin is about how diversity and evolution is what prolongs a species.
Yep.
And that if you stay stagnant, then that's what's going to kill you off.
Yep.
It's like those moths that, because of the Industrial Revolution, there were okay. So there were these white moths that lived everywhere, and they were so happy, lived blah, blah, blah. But then Industrial Revolution happened, and the pollution caused the trees to turn black because it got that soot on them.
Yeah.
And so the white moths then became easier targets for birds. And so these black moths, which had previously been kind of a rarity or whatever, then became, not as much. But we need mothballs in our basement because our clothes are getting holes like crazy. They are.
We got a little. Anne said these folks need some nature documentaries.
But it's one of those things where
it's all about control.
It's about control. And also, I think sometimes people lately have been feeling emboldened to be hateful. And, this isn't about politics, but it is one of those things where I don't care what you're like, I don't know. I think people feel more able to say things that are hurtful. And I'm not saying this is because I'm like touchy-feely, snowflake, whatever, but because these things have consequences and people get hurt and get killed because of this kind of talk. Mm-hmm. And it's not, it's kind of equivalent to yelling fire in a crowded theater.
Somebody's going to get hurt.
And people are getting trampled. And the people who are getting trampled are the ones that are, the ones that are the most vulnerable.
Mm-hmm. Charlie says, 1, I'll bring the puke bucket.
Oh, good.
And 2, I'm so grateful I grew up with a mom who had such a diverse group of friends. I never knew how hateful people were until later on.
It is a shock to me because it's something that, I want to see the best in people. Getting to the point where it's just harder.
I just don't know how somebody can say they're your friend when they don't support you 100%.
And or that they're calling for your extermination.
Yeah.
That's not friend.
Right.
That's not friend.
No. Anyway.
I know. We went
that turned a lot.
Yes. So gemstone, beautiful gemstone.
Anyway, thank you for listening, everyone. I've got to try and get to the store, I guess, for buns.
Maybe. That may be a tomorrow thing.
And we will see you back here. I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow.
I think specimen show.
Andrew might be doing that. I'll be at the store until I'm not at the store. But we'll try and I'll probably be here in time for that.
Mm-hmm.
Suzanne says, love you both. We love you all back.
Yeah,
thank you so much. Thank you for your support.
All of you.
See, that's the thing is we know the people who watch these lives are people who are our friends.
99.9%
are regulars.
There's
Definitely.
A couple.
There's some outliers
that sometimes they come on and they spew their spew, and then they disappear.
They get blocked. But yes. So thank you all so much. We love you all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. Thank you for helping us keep going while Andrew is away and helping me relieve my anxiety. And we'll be back here tomorrow with some good specimens. If you all like specimens, well, we're going to probably do that anyway, but hopefully you like them. All right. Things Andrew picked up along his travels.
Hopefully you like it, because I baked my brain for y'all.
He got some good stuff.
I went out in a field of rocks and picked them rocks for y'all. So
right. Yeah. All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful night.
Yes.
Bye now.
See ya.